Hello, Jaguar, right?
Well, we've never spoken before, so pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Okay, likewise.
As far as people saying what they going to let me or not let me do, I mean, it sounds good, but the truth is nobody controls it. What I do is I give people the same energy I receive.
Okay,
So as long as there's no aggressive energy, I don't see why we can't have a pleasant dialogue.
all right. What
I've
do
been
you want to?
watching you for a while.
You've been watching me for a while?
Yeah, about a year.
Okay. What do you think so far?
I think you're a very interesting person.
All right.
I think you have a very eclectic POV.
Okay.
I also think that you should never play poker.
Ah, because I don't have a full hand?
No, because you have no poker face.
Because I'm not a poker player?
You don't have a poker face, not
I,
even in your voice. I can tell when you hold it back. I can tell when you editing, and I can tell when you're stepping on the line just before what you got to say becomes a lie and baiting people in. And it's been a very interesting tactic for you, but it's not one that's brought you at least 25,000 subscribers. So all that being said, I peep your technique and I respect it. But
okay.
to a certain extent, playing cat and mouse with an adversary gets boring after a while. Eventually, that cat is just going to have to tear up that ball of yarn because it's in its nature to do so. So, let's talk about Danielle Elizabeth Robinson.
Let's talk about whom?
Danny,
What about her?
is she just content for you or is she actually your foe?
Why do you ask?
Well, because I've seen your exposes on her,
And what do you
especially
think?
the stuff that you did on the sex work.
Especially the things that I did on what?
The sex worker.
On the sex worker?
Yeah,
Tell me more.
Molly Green.
What about her?
Well, I followed all of that content that you did about the robot harassing the sex worker.
Harassing a sex worker?
Yeah, Molly Green.
Okay. And?
I thought it was very informative. But I also thought you knew a lot more than you were saying.
Like what?
I think you're probably the only person on this godforsaken app that probably knows exactly who Danielle Elizabeth Robinson is.
Who does?
You!
You think that I do?
Yeah, I do.
Have you heard the voices?
Sweetheart, I think you
Yes.
know who she is.
And why do you say that?
Because on the bits of information that are very true about her, that you could go real hard on, get you some good views. You
Oh,
omit.
I omit?
Yeah. You know exactly who that bitch is.
So you're saying if I would reveal her, I would even get more views? Answer the
No,
question.
I think what I think is if you became the first person to expose the robot, it would make you a little urban legend here on the YouTube.
Perhaps.
No, not perhaps, definitely, you know it. The analytics support it. Anytime you talk about her, your analytics go up, your watch hours become more consistent, and your content and your comments become more engaged. You know it, I know it.
Okay.
You revealing the robot? Shit, that's at least 10,000 watch hours.
Does that move me, though?
I don't know. That's why I'm here to talk to you. Like I said, I find you intriguing.
Okay. No, I'm just, wait a minute. Just hang on for a second. Let me just read the chat. Just a couple of things.
Oh, please, it's your platform.
Yeah. Let's see. Annette says, Darlene, can I unzip my mouth now? Just asking. Do we have Darlene? You still around? I thought, no, you know what? I'm going to ask you a question. You want to ask me a question?
Absolutely.
Um,
The devil is a lie, Yolanda. I'm far from the devil.
Here comes
I
the
was the
light.
devil, a lot of other things would have happened.
Do you want to reveal the robot?
Oh, I
thought
definitely want the robot to be revealed.
because I thought I heard you say that on one of your
But
videos.
there is a dilemma.
Fair use
If-
commentary, by the way. Let me put that up.
Absolutely.
Let me do that. Somebody is asking me to do that.
Yeah. So if I expose the robot, oh, it's going to get all kinds of traction. But see, then I'll run into a problem that Tasha K and Cardi B had. Just like the sex worker and Nicki Minaj had. Her name will forever be attached to mine in the Google search bar. And I wouldn't give that bitch anal ease if she was getting fucked by an elephant. So it makes more sense for me to leave that for a deserving platform who the traction would be great for. See, her name being attached to mine does nothing for me. It does everything for her. So I'm going to let somebody else do it. See? Goal accomplished. Does that
Oh,
answer your question?
well, so in other words, I'm thinking something, but yeah. It answers part of the question. It would
Well, what's
answer,
the rest of the question that I didn't answer?
well, you establish, at least in your own words, the reason why you wouldn't want you to be the one to
Yeah.
reveal it. Because you would not want your name to be attached to it.
I don't want her name to be attached to mine any more than it already is.
And
I ain't having that bitch.
do you think I'm stalling on something? Do you think?
I don't
The way-
know. That's why I came here to talk to you because, see, there's two scenarios that could be equally true at the same time.
Which one?
You will be the one to expose the robot, but you won't because it's in a practical business interest for you to drag it out.
Oh, so is that what you think I'm doing?
I didn't say that's what I think you're doing. I said there are reasonable scenarios that I could see being true.
I do want to know her identity. I think I've made that clear.
Mm-hmm. And see, that's where the dilemma lies. Because I won't call you a liar. I don't know you to do so.
No.
But I call bullshit because I think you already know.
Well, you know, a lot of people might think that.
There's a certain confidence that shows up in your voice when you mention certain details that you suspect to be true. It's quite interesting. You go from that slightly monotone, very polite East Coast accent, and then I hear just a touch of just below the Mason-Dixon line pop out when you get cocky. I like it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I told you I've been watching you for a while.
Isha S. says it's called class.
Well, okay. Put whatever pretty words you want to put on it. I don't give no fuck. This has nothing to do with class or lack of class. This has to do with transparency.
What is this? Teddy's already been doxxed. Yes, I have been. So I sensed a slight, like,
You
with
know,
the poker comment.
yeah.
With the poker comment, like, you shouldn't play poker unless you really know how to play.
Well, no. What you have to be able to do is master the art of what they call
The poker face?
suspension of disbelief.
Like you? Is that what people are saying?
I mean, I don't know how many times I've had to say that psychology is a hobby of mine, and my father taught me psyops and trained me to think in that construct since I was 10 years old. I'm a brilliant interrogator. But suspension of disbelief is the ability to be able to manipulate one's mind into not acknowledging the difference between reality and what they're trying to project into reality. Every great writer has to possess that talent, especially if they write fiction.
So then, if I had mastered the suspension of disbelief.
Have you written a book, Teddy?
So if I had mastered.
I got a feeling that you've written a book before. Have you written a book?
So if I had mastered a suspension of disbelief, then there would be no question of whether you would think that I know more than I'm letting on.
You can say that. Are you surprised more that I've been watching you for as long as I have? Or are you surprised that maybe I done got your number?
I don't know if you have my number. I think you want my number.
Oh, I'd love to talk to you offline. I think this conversation would definitely be less elusive if we did.
Who sent you?
God.
And what did he tell you to say to me?
Make yourself known, child. And so here I am, being obedient, making myself known to you.
Let's see. Anyone have a great question? Because I could ask you a question, but...
Why don't you tell your friends to come back out? What they afraid of me.
Oh, I don't think they're afraid.
Where they go?
No, you mentioned an echo. So I thought we would just clear the table and it would just be you and I. Because this is your first time coming up. And like I do with any of my guests, I'm going to be respectful.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you.
So what would make you grace this channel today? What was it that unctioned your appearance?
It was time.
It was time? So you were waiting for the perfect moment?
Oh, absolutely.
And now is the time?
Oh, absolutely.
And what would you feel that you had accomplished when you walk away? What do you want?
Oh, absolutely nothing but for life to take its natural course and for human nature to do what it does.
Today of all days, hear her says.
I don't know. Why does she keep saying that? What happened?
I don't know. I mean, we're just having. Actually, do you know what we're talking about today?
Absolutely not. I just saw that you was live. I just got finished over there with Jamil Peterson,
Oh,
and I
did you
wanted
see
to
your?
say,
I cut you off. Go on.
no, you were saying it's fine.
No, I said, was it the thumbnail or?
Yeah, it was a thumbnail.
I
So I
see.
stopped by. I've never really caught you live before. I've been a part of the replay game.
What would I want to know?
Oh, live.
I've got Jaguar right on my channel right now.
Yes, you do. And I've been a fan of yours for quite some time.
This is interesting. Let's see. Tell us why you never went back to hear her's panel. Someone wants to know.
Oh, I don't remember ever being on her panel. For all I know, I was smoking an L and said some crazy shit. I don't know. Why they keep bringing up old shit?
I don't know.
I'm
Let's see.
gonna put it to you this way. I paid just as much attention to her platform as I did Toxic Diamonds. But bring on up here.
Is that
Let
what
her
you?
ask yourself.
I'm just being cautious.
I find some of her thumbnails very interesting.
I'm just being cautious, that's all. I'm giving you the opportunity. You came here, and I didn't plan an interview.
Well, I don't know if you're giving me an opportunity, but I'm definitely giving you one. Tell your friends to come back.
She's asking for. Nope, I'm letting Teddy handle this.
Oh, you don't want to talk to me? You talk about me all the time.
She doesn't want to talk to you.
I don't know why. He talks about me all the time. I mean, why would you spend all that time talking about somebody, and then the second you have the opportunity to have a conversation with them on a neutral platform, you decline? That sounds a little suspicious. How about this? How about you come to the realization that though you're clever, you're wrong about 95% of the information that you try to share with your platform about me. You're wrong. Only thing recently you've been right about is that Shayna Lewis is a nut. But if people actually need you to convince them of that and they can't see it for themselves, they're crazy as fuck, and I don't care what they think, no how.
I don't think you're talking about my channel.
No, I'm talking about hear her.
Okay, well,
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to hear her.
That's right now. So she's not on the channel. I mean, she's here. She's in the, in the chat.
Yeah, she done ran back to the bushes. She was on the stage, now she in the bush. I don't get it.
No, I ask everyone to drop down.
Oh, I know. But
No,
I just told you, tell them come back up. And she said, I'm not doing it. That sounds like a coward to me.
I don't think she's a coward.
Oh, no, she's definitely a coward. Because a real woman who talks as much shit as she talks about me, if she was right about 5% of it, she would be here, standing 10 toes down on everything that she lies about. Do yourself a favor, Toots. Keep my name out your mouth.
If you know how to get in touch with Danny Robertson, I know you said you don't want to.
I'm a sad case to study, so is your mother's vagina. Look at what it produced.
All right. So
I only give the energy I get, Teddy.
Jaguar, I've asked. So if we're going to like deviate and go in that direction.
No, we're not deviating. We can talk. I find it interesting that somebody that runs their mouth about me constantly, telling lies about me all the time, finally has a big moment and runs like a yellow-bellied coward.
Oh, So I guess, so you came to address Hear Her TV.
No, I came to talk to you about the thumbnail. Then I seen the groupio up there on the screen. I just tapped the link and now I'm here and I come in peace.
So if you want to know what we were talking about,
Sure, let me hear from you. I love your commentary.
the premise is that you are alleged to be part of the troll farm.
Oh yeah, I've been hearing that lie.
That's the premise. And I played a video and gave a little bit of commentary on here. Let's answer these questions. Okay, so I'll stick to what I'm talking about today. Is Tales from the Cult.
Oh, that hoe.
Give me a minute. Woo! Tales from the Cult.
That sex worker and a failed one.
Okay. Woo! Did that trigger something? Tales from the Cult.
No, I don't abide trash and she's trash.
Okay, but let me see if I can get my question out.
Go ahead.
At least
I'm
my
sorry. I'm sorry.
let-
She's
no,
just
okay.
very distasteful for me.
No,
Go ahead.
you were asking me, so I'm telling you what I was talking about.
Yeah. Come on.
Okay. Made a video, January, I believe it was the 31st of 2021. So I'm talking about 2021.
Absolutely. I remember.
And here's what she conveyed on her video. That she didn't have a problem with you, but Nosy Whole Live essentially did something like this. She dissed Tales, and then you turned on Tales from the Cult. When you approached her first.
Let me know when I can jump in.
Okay, so here's the question. Is it true that when she asked you to come on, or that you told her that unless Nosy Whole Life came with you, that you weren't going to come on? Or why didn't you just go on to Tales' platform?
Okay.
So tell me a little bit about that. Why, in your mind?
It's absolutely true. Yeah. I did that. I did all that.
But why?
But not for the reason that she says.
Tell me
Completely different
more.
reason.
Which is?
When Tasha K made that awful mistake in that interview, and everybody found out she was doing the Surviving Jaguar right or whatever, R. Kelly movie together. Nosy became almost militant in speaking out against it because of who Tasha K had been and the things that she had done in her YouTube association with the big crazy bitch. So, excuse me. So I promise Nosy that any and all content regarding Surviving Jaguar, Wright, and Tasha K shit was her content. I agree with her that I would not talk with any other blogger about it, that I would not sit on anyone else's panel without her there, because she was the one that led the charge. I didn't even know about no charisma. Matter of fact, when I seen some of the stuff that Charisma was putting up, I hit nosy to her. Neither one of us knew who this bitch was. Shit, we was kicking it with Willie Vanilli and shit back then.
Pardon me for interrupting, but Nosy Whole Live played from her video, inside of her video, and said that she didn't know who she was.
Yeah, neither one of us
When
did.
in
I just told you
fact,
that.
I believe she showed that she was aware of who she was. Maybe she didn't know her in detail.
I have no idea what she did know or didn't know. I can only tell you what I knew and what she showed me. That's all I can say.
But
End of the day.
did you reach out to her first?
Hell no. I left a comment and said, liking your commentary, I'm subscribing and following. That was it.
Well,
She
then,
emailed me and told me how much she hates Tasha, told me how big a supporter she was of mine, how much she believed in me, yada, yada, yada. And then that's when our dalliance behind the curtain began. And that's when she started informing on Tasha K to me. Because, see, she was inside Tasha K Patreon. So all the information and stuff that I was getting on Tasha K was coming to me from Caribbean. I think she thought giving me that intel was supposed to guarantee her a feature with me, to which I told her I had no problem with doing. But anything regarding surviving Jaguar Wright, Nosy Ho has to be involved because that's the word I gave. Now tell me you can't understand that.
well, she seemed to come across differently. I'm just going by
Well, she always comes across differently. This is a girl who faked the DV situation just so she could get a click and a view. I mean, clearly she does not have much integrity. But at the end of the day, that's what happened. I still got the email. If I really wanted to hurt her, I could just publish all the emails. I ain't trying to hurt the girl. She don't matter to me. Next thing you know, I told her as long as Nosy could be a part of the broadcast, I would do the interview with her. Next thing you know, she starts attacking the mermaid. Then she starts attacking Nosy. Then she starts attacking me. And I'm like, the fuck for? All of this for a feature? You know what? For real, fuck you, bitch. I'm good.
all right.
And
So
then I
you
took the information that she gave me, the video footage that she gave me, and I sent it to CPS, and they came and ran down on Tasha and her kids.
okay? All right, all right.
That's that.
So that's your response. So I'll
No, that's
accept
not my
that.
response. That's what happened. That's not a response.
Have you
Those
ever
are
had
facts.
Have you ever had any contact with Monica?
Monica who?
You sound like Monica who said that? Monica the Avatar in
Yeah, I was
2020.
going off YouTube during that time.
What made you leave YouTube?
People were trying to kill me and my husband had to change locations frequently. I had
Wait a
other
minute,
work that I
slow
was
down.
doing.
So wait, this is interesting.
What?
Why did you leave YouTube? I didn't
The shit
catch.
that I was into, ain't nobody, that shit didn't need to be on the internet.
Got it. So you had some fear or trepidation for what?
I didn't have no fear of trepidation. I've had engagement, which has been responded to. And that's as far as I'm going to go on that.
Okay.
You want to know the rest of it? Ask my husband.
No, I'm not asking questions about your husband.
Okay.
No.
But I'm just saying he's the only other person that was there.
Okay. Let me ask. I am going to ask you this question. I don't want to
Yeah.
go into about Legina Gold. Let me just say, did you
What
really?
about Angela Owusu?
Did you really believe that Aaliyah
How
and
many times do I gotta say no? I done said no like 80 million trillion times. But that's not what I committed to. As I told her live on camera, up until the DNA results, I would take her at her word and work with her from there. But once we got the DNA test results, then and only then would I acknowledge her for what I truly believe with the facts to prove it. You're dealing with a schizophrenic. Schizophrenics do not deal in reality. Me arguing with her about what she's choosing to believe doesn't solve anything. And the most important question in that entire story is why? Why did you pick these people to attach yourself with? Why did you choose to, rather than addressing the family, go straight to social media? Why did you choose to do what you did at the time that you did it? And then continue to weave more and more ridiculous stories in the midst of all of this hoopla. Why did you ask for Jaguar Wright to help you? Why did you tell people that you studied me?
Can I
Me
just
and
say,
Regina Gold were perfectly fine until I asked Angela Owusu to take the DNA test.
I see what you're saying, the other person who exists in her mind.
Are people forgetting that she is a diagnosed schizophrenic?
Did you ever see the results of a DNA test?
No, I just saw what she showed online and she ain't show shit and ain't give no goddamn reason. I gave the girl 3 DNA tests. He left with all of them and didn't take not one of them in my presence, which is why she left, because I told her, you will not be able to stay in my house another week until you take that test. Then she got mad at me because I called her a bad mother, which was why she did that whole rant. Because one day we was at the hotel in Bossier, where I was resting in the pool, and me and her were arguing about the content she was creating, talking about she had these 2 blue-eyed babies with Wright. I didn't know. She would be in the house locked in the bathroom. She'd be in the living room, hiding under a blanket. She'd be sitting out on the front patio, sitting on the stools out there, talking all this weird shit about Drake got her pregnant twice, and they cut her stomach open, and they took the babies, and the babies got blue eyes, and Drake is raising them. And she was saying all this crazy shit. I didn't know. I was either in my room or cooking or working. I had no idea. Then somebody hit me up and was like, so why your girl keep talking all this crazy shit about Drake? And I'm like, what the fuck you talking about? They said she on Instagram right now talking this crazy. I was like, what? I busted into the bathroom. What the fuck is you doing? I finally have gotten people to the point where they're willing to accept you for your humanity. And then you want to turn around and make yourself a bigger fucking freak show? You ain't got no pictures, no Getty images with Drake. When did he get you pregnant? It was a private ceremony and Nicki Minaj was holding her down while Drake was raping her and she knew it. Okay, that's what you said. All right, you said you was pregnant with 2 kids. Worst case scenario, even if they were premature, you made it to probably 25, 30 weeks, hypothetically. You don't remember none of the time you was pregnant. Where the fuck did you go? Where'd you have the baby? And she started getting upset with me because I kept asking her all these real questions. And I said, if everything you're saying is true, then you're a terrible fucking mother. I said, because all this time we've wasted trying to prove something that everybody doesn't believe. Nobody believes Aaliyah is your mother, and nobody believes R. Kelly is your father. Nobody. But if you really had children out there, why were we wasting all this time on this? Why weren't we looking for your fucking kids? If you really got kids out there. If you really had 2 children that was taken from you in some secret ceremony, and all of this, and Nicki Minaj was holding you down, and this, that, and the third, and yada, 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 why haven't you led the charge to find your children? If everything you're saying is true, she couldn't say a fucking thing. And I looked at her, and I said, now I want to ask you this. If what you're saying is true, hello? Hello?
I'm here. I'm here.
Oh, like I
I'm
was
here.
saying, if what you're saying is true,
It's like I need, just can I take a second break? Just let me put up my brakes. I'm listening to you. Hang on.
Okay.
Let me get a bottle of water. I just need to take a quick break.
Oh, I understand.
Yeah, hang on.
This is a lot.
Yeah, it is. So I just want to get my water. Hang on.
Okay. Shit, I'll be there. Hmm. Put a 1 in the chat if you can still hear me. Shit, Teddy taking a break. I took one too. I'm not afraid to talk. I said put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me.
Okay, I'm back.
Well,
I put up a video.
yeah, I saw of me and the sex worker.
Oh, and it had to do with this video about Muhammad.
Yeah.
So I wanted to just pull
I
something.
don't like talking about him because if he hears that I mention his name and talk about him, he's gonna start like stalking me again. I'm cool.
You don't want to talk about that one?
Every time I mention his name, he starts stalking me again. Telling me he's suing Jesus, or telling me he's suing Jay-Z, or telling me he's suing Rick Ross, or telling me he's suing Rock Nation, or telling me he's suing Eric. Like, no, I don't.
Let me ask you this question about Storm.
I never cried when Nosy dumped me. My heart was broken that the dumb bitch did what the fuck she did. I don't cry over people who betray me. So keep your lies. Thank you. Anyway, you were saying?
Okay, so you don't want to talk about that?
No, I won't talk about him. I will not mention his name. What happened was fucked up. Storm fucking did that bullshit to try to get back at me. Had somebody put lies out about me. We debunked the whole thing live in real time. It was readdressed with the official campaign in my ass last year. And that's that. Like, there's nothing to talk about. It never happened. He said it never happened. He said Tasha K offered him money and then she fucking stiffed him. Me and the sex worker actually raised money for him and got him paid for getting stiffed by that bitch. I forgave it, called it a day. What else is there to talk about?
Let me look at the chat. Maybe someone else has a question I wants to ask you. Maybe you have a question.
I thought we were talking about charisma.
Say that again?
I thought we were talking about charisma.
Well, we were, and you answered it.
Oh, that was it? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you just wanted to know, I mean, you said that...
I'm a woman of my word. If
No.
I promise somebody something, I keep my word.
Yeah, you said you didn't contact her. She
No,
contacted
she contacted me.
She
She's a
contacted
fucking
you.
stalker. She another stalker. Crazy bitch. You know, she's the kind of girl, you fuck her real good one time, and then she swear to God you asked her to move in.
Remember when you went down to Miami?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you ran across Nosy Ho Live?
I didn't come across, we met up. She was in Florida, we were in Florida. We were working on a couple of stories. I was gathering intel on Tasha K. And at that time, I had just become her ex-girlfriend, Ashley's sponsor, and I was working with her as she transitioned from inpatient rehab to outpatient.
You were working with her?
We were family.
You considered yourself family?
When I called her my little sister, I meant it. Nosy Ho was the only person that had my mother's phone number. When Nosy talked to my mom, I wasn't present. Me and my mother weren't even in the same state.
How did you meet Nosy Ho Live?
Oh man.
Online?
When the bullshit started with online witness trying to call me a liar because of Summer Walker, turn around, everything I said about the little hoe was true.
But who reached out to whom? Did she reach out to you, or you reach?
I clicked her link.
Okay,
And
so
then
that's
Willie was there, and it was me, her, and Willie Vanilla.
and from there
A friendship grew.
a friendship grew.
And
Okay.
then she became a part of my life. I was there for her. She was there for me. I believed in her talent and her ability, and I treated her like family. Her ex-girlfriend Ashley still gets treated like family by me to this day. That's why she attacked me earlier this year, because she was mad that I wouldn't stop being friends with Ashley. And she was mad that I liked her new girlfriend named Ashley. And she was mad that I gave Ashley a nickname because I said, I can't call you Ashley or Ashley. So I started calling Ashley girlfriend Tuesday. And I thank Tuesday for coming into Ashley's life and bringing such joy, because the breakup with Marley was absolutely insane. It was terrible. It was crazy. And she turned around and became the ex-girlfriend from hell, calling HR at her very corporate job, telling them she's an alcohol, sending them footage of her being drunk while she was in recovery, like real fucked up psycho bitch shit. And I kept begging Marley, stop. Please stop. Are you trying to make her relax? She got mad at me, turned on me, started recording our private conversations, and then tried to use it to make my husband pissed off so he would beat the fuck out of me. Because she knew he would do it if she convinced him that I had cheated on him. She knew that. She can never be a part of my life again.
Do you think that she thought you were attracted to her girlfriend?
Why would I be attracted to Ashley? TJ is the first stud I've ever been in a relationship with in my life. I never liked studs. Ashley is a recovering alcoholic. That's why I'm a part of her life. Because I believe in her recovery. And I watched her girlfriend, who I call my little sister, terrorize her and torture her. Marley is distant.
So you were happy when the breakup took place?
I'm grateful.
Grateful?
I'll never be happy for their breakup. They were a marvelous couple when things were good, but the truth is Marley is mentally unstable. She does not properly take care of herself or her meds. She still drinks too much, and then she smokes weed and takes psychotropic drugs from her doctor. Not trying to violate any HIPAA, but it's motherfucking true. And when she's like that, she is manic for days. Keep saying it. It's not true. I am not. I can't. I would never be attracted to somebody I called my little sister.
I remember a video when you first met Nosy Ho Live, when you first saw her.
I thought she was amazing.
Did you think she was attractive?
Of course she's attractive. I told her
Yes.
and Willie Vanilli both that I thought they were very sexy young people, but that's about it. So now I'm all over her because I pay a beautiful woman a compliment. I'm bisexual. What does that have to do with the fact that our relationship was nothing more than two journalists working together on breaking stories, and a friendship that turned into family. Like, the fuck? People are weird.
What do people, what is the one thing that people get wrong about you?
People actually think I give a fuck. People make that mistake with me all the time. My hashtag is authentic. Jag gives no fucks at all.
About
Anything.
anything?
I have no attachment to anything earthly at all.
Does
My
that feel numb?
children are about the closest thing to that possibly, because they don't even belong to me, they belong to God. Shoot, my firstborn son is now my ancestor.
But when did you first feel that way? That you didn't give to,
That I ain't give a fuck.
yeah.
When I survived that last brutal gang rape of mine. Yeah. I died. Whatever I was before that moment no longer existed. And considering what happened to me, it never could. When you die and your heart is still beating, it's worse than actually dying. You know, when I was finally able to stand on my feet and limp to the bathroom after my boyfriend got back and called the private doctor because I couldn't go to the emergency room, and I stood in front of the mirror, I don't even know what the fuck I saw. It wasn't me. Burns, cuts, bruises, dry blood, all kinds of human body waste in my hair. 5 men came through the door of me and my boyfriend's apartment, even though I was more as hostage than anything. And they stayed for 2 days and they did everything to do but kill me. I've had grown men toppling and penetrating my body at the same time, while more grown men held my mouth wide open and peed and defecated in my mouth until I vomited and laughed. Can't even remember how many times I choked. I was burned with 5 cigarettes, 2 cigars. When me and TJ first got together, she looked at my body while I was naked one day and she said, "God damn, how many scars do you have?"
Was it
And in
them?
our
Go on.
intimate moment, when she was saw, you know, like a cut from when they cut my thigh open trying to get my femoral to let me bleed out, and where they burned me with the cigar on everywhere, you know.
Is
I've
that
been
what?
through things that your average human being couldn't even comprehend, trying to live past that moment. And for a while after that, I was suicidal. Um, but when you make it to the other side of that kind of torture, life takes on a completely different meaning, and you see humanity differently. And
So
then
is
when I
that?
turn my life over to God,
Mm-hmm.
truly nothing I hold on to other than Him.
So you mean you don't give a about anything on this in this life?
Earth. No.
Nothing.
We're not supposed to.
Is that when you first began to use
Use what?
any type of drugs?
I don't do drugs. I don't know why people keep saying that I do, but I don't. I was a drug dealer.
Then, see, we learned something. We set the record straight. Or I should say, allegedly. These are the things that I
have agreed for a $500 cash app to do a live drug test online. Me and TJ both agreed. We ain't get no money for it. Only thing you'll find in my system is a CBD and a little alcohol, but that's about it. And all that shit pissed out real fast. So I don't understand, you know, I don't get it. Why people get stuck on these very unreal things. I already told somebody 2-3 years ago, I'll give $1,000 to the first person that can find a crack dealer that ever said he serviced me. Nobody said shit.
Some people seem to think, I'm just looking at the check. Some say they
I
don't
smoke weed and that ain't no drug.
You heard her say that.
I smoke weed on camera. Like, nigga.
Yeah.
Okay.
Someone wants me to move my avatar so that they can see a picture of you. We can't see Jack. Right now you can see Nosy, you can see Jack, or I could do it like this. Wait a minute.
What they complaining about, Teddy?
I put that up to, I don't know. But I guess I could do it this way. Let's see.
Okay.
There we go. How about that? Why didn't I do that all along? Let me remove this. Let me do this. Hang on, let's set this up.
Cigarettes and nicotine is a drug.
You know what? Because I really didn't, you know, I didn't know it was going to go like this long. So let's do this.
But I can't have a conversation with you. This isn't an interview. This is just a conversation.
That's all it is. That's all I thought it was. It's a conversation, so that's the way. Yeah, we're talking, and as you can see, I'm just it's spontaneous. So let me just.
Well, yeah, you know.
Let me stop the movement in the background. Just maybe put up a different background for some people.
I like it.
Do you like the movement?
It's very calming.
Oh.
The only thing that's missing is some lovely sitar music playing in the background and my singing bowl.
Here we go.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And you done set a vibe.
Now I start to fill in my space. Why didn't I put on music? Yeah. Uh-huh. You see?
Hey.
I should have done this to make my guests feel more comfortable. Set the mood, you know,
But you know, we get there.
Now, wait a minute. Because I don't want to drown out your voice.
Okay.
So let me just put a little background beat here.
Okay.
Just a beat. Give me a second. Let's find it.
My.
Maybe one of my after dark beats. Let me just get a second. Give me a second.
Take your time. I'm moving around for you. Oh,
Here we go. Let's see.
uh, you still there, Daddy?
Yeah, I'm here now. Let me just take this down. Let's see. Take it all the way down.
You know
And
what?
what?
Whoever this sweat coat person is, please don't let her sing. That's perfectly fine by me. I was singing all morning. Anybody who wants to hear me sing, you can just go over to my channel
All
and I'll
right.
do the Jaguar Yoshi, and you can hear me sing. And it's $1 review. That's all I ask. $1 review.
All right, there we are. Night Talk with Teddy.
Mm-hmm.
So you might guess tonight
I guess so for now.
we've got Jaguar right here. Uh-huh. So let me go back to the comments. You like the music?
Sounds great.
All right. Judy Cole says she's going to think that she can start coming over here, Teddy Bear.
See, why people always gotta say foolishness like that? My. I've been coming over here for a long time. Y'all just didn't know it.
All right, so you missed my birthday. And I actually, you know, I said, well, if Jaguar comes over, maybe she can say happy birthday or sing a song. But, well, that would be too much of an imposition. But if you could sing a song that makes your heart feel free, I mean, just in your own zone, which one would it be?
Oh, that's
And
simple.
is that simple?
Oh yeah.
Tell me. Which would it be?
Tragedies are a commonplace. All kinds of diseases. People are slipping away. He kind of moved down, and people can get a break. But that's for me. All I can say is thank you, Lord, for all you've done for me. You know, it realized that brought folks without hope, and people are in the street, and the drug habits, something they just can't be. There are muggers and robbers, no place seems to be safe. But God, you've been my protection every step of the way. Ooh, and I've got to say thank you, Lord, for all you've done for me. Oh, Lord, you know it could have been me. I know, those with no food and no clothes. I'm left alone without a friend. I'm just another number with a tragic end. But God, you would not see fit to let none of these things be. And every day by your power, you keep on keeping me. Hey, Dad, I've got to say thank you, Lord, for all you've done. You know I've got to say thank you, Lord, for all that you've done. Thank you, Lord, for all you did for me. Yeah. Oh, Lord. That would be it.
That was beautiful. I wanted to turn off my mic so you didn't hear. I should have some hand clapping here. Tell us again what the name of that song was.
Thank you, Lord.
Thank you, Lord.
Written by Walter Hawkins.
Walter Hawkins.
Yeah.
Who is your favorite artist outside of, in gospel?
Oh my God, right now it's a toss up between Sir on TDE and Tom Misch from London, Blue Note.
And with all
Yeah.
this talent and this beautiful God-given vocals,
Yeah.
is that when you're happiest?
That's when I'm at my truest self. That is my purpose. Unfortunately, I can only give to God what is God's. You know, the hardest thing in the world to do when you turn your life back over to the Creator is acknowledge how you wasted what He's giving you. For whatever reason, whether it be money or success or, for your family to thrive beyond expectations, like whatever it is you were doing it for. None of that is more important than what you do for God. I got sick and tired of the idea that the thing that I love the most was making so much money that it enabled evil people to hurt God's people. So I left the game. You can't serve two masters. And I've been living on God's grace and His faith ever since. Now, for somebody who wants to bring up the word voodoo, you really shouldn't talk about things you do not understand. I am a practitioner of old ways and cultures, traditions, spiritual traditions that have been passed down for thousands of years. But for those who are disconnected to their heritage and their lineage, I'm sorry that you don't get it. But that's not my fault. Now, to be a practitioner of old ways and to believe in the true living God sounds like a contradiction to your average person. And the reason why is because they follow this thing called religion. I do not. I am a twice baptized Seventh-day Adventist, but the truth is, I don't believe in religion. It says in the Bible, Jesus said in the Bible, when He went to the synagogue, turned over tables, kicked people's ass, and shook niggas' pockets, because He didn't like what they was doing in His Father's house. He said, my Father's house was meant to be a place of fellowship for all nations. Anything that calls itself an institution of God that does not welcome all is not of God. It's of man. And everything that I practiced and I studied were all tools given by the Creator. Just because you've never read an Indian Sanskrit transcript doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. It just means you don't know it. Just because you've never read the Torah front to back, or the Quran, or the Holy Bible, doesn't mean it doesn't exist. It just means you don't know it. Truth is, religion is nothing but a puzzle, and everybody's got a piece. But until all of it is connected, no one will ever see the whole picture. And God only operates in the whole picture, not the pieces we acknowledge as all. Does that make sense, Patty?
It does.
I'm a lot more boring than you thought I'd be, huh?
No. I'm just thinking about what would be some things that, just to, that I would want to know about a person. To have a conversation. I mean, I could have a conversation about a lot of things.
Well, why don't we talk about the things that you're most curious about regarding me? But I have a favor to ask.
What?
For every question I answer,
Truth or dare?
I get to ask you a question.
That's called truth or dare, right?
I guess.
What would be the boundaries or the limits? You mean there's something that you would want to know about me that's personal?
I'm going to put it to you this way. Anything that's not answered, the chat gets to throw tomatoes.
Oh, that's fair. I guess that would be fair. Or you could say, like, that I don't want to answer.
That's fine.
Do you know, you started off by talking about really trying to get to Danielle. Do you know why I want to find her?
No. Please, pray tell.
Oh, maybe I should have asked you that because I just assumed, but should I really make this
Troll
about
farm ain't got me nothing. What the troll farm is about to find out is what it's like to stand in line on commissary day.
And yes, please don't forget to hit the like, someone said. So you said you've been watching me or, been aware of me for a year.
Yeah.
And you've listened to some of my videos or you've heard about them?
I especially like the one where you were about to expose Danny but didn't. It was very suspenseful. I cussed you out. I said, God damn it, bitch, just say this shit. Yeah. You had me going, Teddy. You had me going. You do good cliffhanger.
You mean like tell stories?
Oh. I mean like know how to tell a story.
Oh. But for some reason I was thinking that your impression you left with, or you came with, that I know who she is, but I just want to keep people hanging.
Well, not necessarily. I believe that you will use the information. I just believe, for whatever reason, it is not the opportune time for you to do so.
I want to be sure.
I don't blame you. Which is probably why we should talk offline. Because like I promised that dumb bitch, Everything I collect on her, I am going to give it to a content creator. Might help you figure some things out. Would you like to be the receiver of my information?
Oh, I don't. I have not made any contact with anyone on
I
the
don't blame you.
YouTube. On
I don't blame
YouTube.
you.
Off
But
YouTube.
technically, they don't regard me as a YouTube CC, so you're not.
Well, I do have an email and I offer it to anyone. But
Mm-hmm.
I don't, maybe I should get back to what I was talking about. Yeah, let's.
Mm-hmm. So anyway, I called bullshit on you today. That's why I came to call bullshit on
Is that what you want? You want to call it?
you. I think you know. I think you know exactly who she is. And more importantly, if you're still not sure, I know you're right.
Oh, you put that in such a way.
Mm. And
Oh,
I'm good.
was that to throw something? You know, that got Teddy to move. That got my interest because the way you put it. Is that what
I know you're right.
it was creative? I mean, very creative, I should say. Way to,
Mhm.
it's kind of like putting something out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, private is best.
The robot is watching us right now.
Oh, sure she is. Danielle Elizabeth Allen. I wonder, is she watching too? Because Superman and Clark Kent haven't shown up. Is that why? Is that why you know? Is because Superman and Clark Kent can't
Don't
be
let
in
me.
the
Don't
same
let me.
place? You love it?
Don't let me. Don't make me expose myself
You mean
completely.
you like when I talk about Superman and Clark Kent? Is that what it
Yeah.
is?
Yeah, I think it's great. I told you I find you compelling.
You mean the Superman and Clark Kent story?
All of it. I think it's all great. I just know you're right.
You mean because of the voice? You or is it because you would like to believe so strongly because
Oh, no,
of
no,
the way
no.
that I
I don't say things that I don't mean.
presented everything, that it would just kind of, all the evidence right now seems to.
Why don't you just shoot me an email? My email address is jaguar@gmail.com. That's my
I
name.
know Vicky says stay focused, and I am. She said, no, wait a minute. There are some folks out there that want the opportunity to throw a tomato at you.
Okay. What haven't I answered?
Essence says, she said we can throw tomatoes if she don't answer.
But I did. And you haven't even asked me a question,
I
really.
haven't asked her a question yet.
Ain't that funny? They couldn't wait.
Oh, so you mean I should ask a question off of that, a redirect on a
Whatever you choose.
on a Danielle?
This is our conversation. You can ask me whatever you like, beloved.
How do you know you have the truth about who Danielle Robertson is?
I'm very thorough in my investigation.
Well, she says she'll never be found. She's anonymous.
Yeah, I know. Jesus said he was never going to hell either. And he came to earth. Because this is hell. Make you no mistake about that. A lot of people say a lot of things. Danielle Elizabeth Roberts says a lot of things. Danielle Elizabeth Allen says a lot of things. She's been saying a lot of things lately. I wonder what she's saying about that call I made to the district attorney about her doxing his information and encouraging people to harass him for false information. I wonder what she's thinking about, talking about right now regarding the conversation that I had with Lieutenant Evans yesterday at Bossier Parish Mass, where Candace Denise Davis is being held for a probation violation on a gun charge. He wasn't very happy about it at all. And he and I have a very good rapport. I mean, how often is it that a former visitor of a correctional facility can have a conversation with the warden on a hump?
In Texas?
I wonder what Danny gonna do about that. No, in Louisiana, in Bossier, plain deal in Louisiana, where I was arrested in the pool. Yeah, Danny got herself a jail account and started talking to my jailhouse boo, and she been giving her money all summer long for false information,
What do you
taping her
think?
shit, discussing intimate details of her case online for content. The jail has been compromised. I already talked to the warden. I'm curious to see what Danny got to say now. Because I done cut off your access, bitch. The faucet is going off. The Candace is going to hate you because she probably going, well, we'll see what happens. She go to court next month. She go to court September. There are real life consequences to these YouTube games. She's playing with people's lives for the sake of trying to find a way to slander my character, to hurt me in my business, and to publish lies about me day after day after day. To play a part in me and my dear TJ to be swatted live on camera. Because she was a part of that. Her phone number was already identified. She thought they couldn't track it down through that Google Voice number, but they did. Like I said, now might be a good time to compare notes.
How do you think it is that Danielle Robertson can dox, I call it the pink circle?
Because she is being protected. She is related to an industry executive, and that is for sure.
An industry executive?
Yeah. She's very well protected. But anybody can get got. Anybody can be gotten to.
She said there are layers and layers and layers.
There are layers and layers and layers, and I've been untangling it all. Especially since the swatting, that actually provided us so much intel. Yeah, she messed up. Especially sending me those text messages with all those words in it.
So you do believe it is Danielle who swatted you?
I know she is a part of the plot. They found 35 phone numbers attached to this nonsense from different areas in the country. This is federal now. Like I said,
she says she uses these throwaway phones, these.
Yeah. She uses a lot of shit. I use a lot of shit too. Unfortunately, a lot of the stuff that she does, because the way she goes online is all attached to IP addresses.
Tell me about.
If you have a burner phone, and you decide that you're going to go live, tap into the network, especially on a construct like YouTube, your IP address is already going to be patched.
What
She ain't
crimes?
that smart.
What crimes do you think she's committed?
Well, I know she's a cyber criminal. That I know for sure. And I do believe 85% of her criminal life is cyber. But I believe she's involved with a sex trafficker that I've been fighting against.
Do you?
You know, you can always tell something fishy when you see somebody from YouTube surfing the dark net
At night?
day and night. There's no way in the world a YouTube blogger should be found on the dark net.
She's going to say everything you say is a lie.
Of course.
And
The
people are
devil's a
going
lie.
to say, you're a lie.
I'm sure. Fuck that matter to me.
McClurg says you use the dark web.
I monitor it from time to time. Been monitoring for the past 15 years.
Back to the jail in the pink circle.
Yeah.
She's had contact with someone inside of the jail. Not talking
Yeah.
about, but I'm talking about
Not
someone.
just inmates, but she's been talking to an officer as well. I feel bad for that officer. That officer's about to lose their job. Thanks to you, Danny.
Do you know who her real mother is?
It's time for them to throw the tomatoes.
Throw the tomato.
Can't answer that.
Okay.
Not live.
Not like let me just we've got to find hang on. We're gonna have some sound here for, let's see. We're playing a little game.
That's right. More tomatoes, more tomatoes.
Boy, they're grabbing the tomatoes. You're
They were
torturing.
waiting. They pulled the trigger early.
Tomato impacts.
Danny got sloppy. She got sloppy.
Wait a minute. Did you hear that tomato impact? I don't think we
Yes,
did.
I'm seeing it.
Wait a minute.
I plead the fifth. Online.
Did you feel? Okay. So wait a minute.
I meant what I said. I'll take it. I'll take it.
Ooh, there you go. There it is. A big splat.
I'm so, what is it? I like tomatoes, so I'm keeping mine.
Someone, wait a minute. Somebody, Isha S says she doesn't know any more than what you have revealed in your videos, Teddy. Yeah.
Who knows? But we're going to have to talk about that offline. Like
But
I said, I think there's a couple of things I can share with you.
Here her TV says I'm intrigued.
Bet she is.
Since you agree with me, my assessment, and the evidence points toward a certain someone, Danielle Elizabeth Allen, what clue did I use that convinced you that it was her? Or was it anything that I said or something more?
I'm trying to remember which broadcast it was. But you were fired up. But you were trying to poise yourself. And you were about to say something and you caught yourself. And then you didn't backpedal, but you made it very clear you were sidestepping that until another time. And that's when I knew you. Because
What?
if you had dropped it in that moment, that would have been the stupidest thing you could have done. It
Did
would
it
have gave
have?
her a chance to disconnect. And I'm glad it didn't, because it emboldened her. She became very brazen, and all of that made it possible for her to make the mistakes she made this month, fucking around with me. So lightweight, I came here to thank you for your candor and your discretion.
Was it Indiana?
Yeah.
We going back to Indiana?
I mean, a lot of shit happened in that area. I don't think most people know I got people out Gary and Indianapolis.
I just thought it was such a coincidence that.
Well, you know, they say there are no coincidences. I've come to believe that's absolutely true. And what I do know is that Danielle Robinson or Allen is a rat. And if you take a rat and you put it in a bucket and you heat it up, you probably seen it happen on a few movies. They did it on one of the Fast and Furious. But if you put that rat in that bucket and you heat that bucket up, the heat will become so intense that that thing will eat through whatever it has to eat through to get out. I think I finally got a bucket on Danny. Now it's just time for somebody to turn on the fire.
Yeah.
I got her so in a tizzy, she got up in the middle of the night, was sitting on the toilet doing a live last night. Then you got her other little minion and income and outgoing up there in Chicago, running around following people, other YouTubers' kids home from school. For what? I'm fishing. Okay. What if I am? What's that mean you saying? I done already said. There are things
DR's,
I am not going to discuss online.
DR's voice, Mia Simpson says, was in the audio.
Excuse me?
No, let's see. Someone says DR's voice was in the audio.
What audio?
Did you hear the audio?
What audio?
Maybe they're saying the interrogation or
What interrogation? What they talking about?
Danielle Elizabeth Allen.
What about her?
You know about that interrogation, right?
What interrogation? Please talk to me.
You don't know Danielle Elizabeth Allen was interrogated?
By who?
Oh, you don't know the story?
What story? Pray tell.
Oh, well, I've told that story. Danielle Elizabeth Allen was arrested in 2016.
Really?
For her part in being an accessory after the fact.
Oh, really? The what crime? Pray tell.
Well, the charges eventually were dropped.
What was the
but
charge?
she was an accessory after the fact to a murder of a 4-month-old.
Well, I mean, you know, she tells everybody that's a lie.
Well, she says she's not Danielle Elizabeth Allen.
I mean, yeah.
But
I mean,
Danielle
what else is a
Elizabeth
lie gonna
Allen,
say?
but Danielle Elizabeth Allen, and I'm just going to be, exact. It was, the charges were dropped.
I mean, if I was on the hook for unaliving a baby, the first thing I would do if I made it out of that would be change my name and my social security number. That'd be the smartest thing to do. Because regardless if you were convicted or not, if that charge made it to paper and that paper made it to public record, it's going to go on your background check, whether you were innocent or not. Am I wrong? I still have the abduction charge on my background check, and I beat it. But it's still there that I was charged with a felony. So if that was true, the smartest thing for her to do would be to change her name and see if she can get a new social security number.
But Danielle Elizabeth Allen did not change her name.
You're such a smart girl. You should send me an email.
Well, my email is unwinewithteddy@gmail.com. Someone says, if you have something, send it.
Well, my email address is jaguar@gmail.com. I'll send you an email. And I've enjoyed our conversation. Oh, Keisha, don't be mad because I'm not giving you no free content to run with.
Let me just read a few more comments while I've got you on. So someone wants to throw a tomato. Let's see. Where's the tomato?
Please throw the tomato. I got a salad that's perfect for it.
There you go. Lovely one says, Teddy, you don't have to be 100% sure of Danny Robertson's real identity because that's what the police is for and should turn in what you already have.
Mm-hmm. You know, there's a much bigger file on this very same person right here in Dallas, Texas. And all depending on what you've been gathering, you know, that can definitely qualify as pertinent evidence for a prior bad act, which proves that this person has criminal capabilities and gives more validity to what's being investigated right now.
So I don't think it's any secret. I have played audio. I have talked about her. I've talked about this, what I'm getting ready to say.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get a sip of water.
I don't know why people keep talking about people playing on phone. The only person playing on phone is that robot hoe. I don't play phone games. Now, I do dox people. That I do. I do it in a spectacular fashion, but I don't play on phone.
Cups of Conversation says,
No,
Teddy,
Lord,
do your big one. Okay, welcome.
I don't
to
know
the
what that
chat.
means.
I don't. Let's see.
I don't know
Let me
how to feel
throw
about this
another
person.
tomato. Maybe it will.
I guess people really don't believe me when I say I don't get no fuck. Like I'm the one that told you to throw the tomato.
No, I didn't throw it at you. I just
No, I'm
wanted
talking
to
the
jar.
people in the chat, Teddy. I ain't talking to you, Teddy.
No, to jar my memory. I was There were several things, but there was something I wanted to ask next, and then cups of
I know
conversation.
not to be honest. That came from Shy. Well, Shy, I want you to do me a favor. I want you to call out one lie that I told, and I
Thank you.
want you to give evidence that I'm lying right here, right now. You can call me a liar when you can prove I've lied. But until you're able to do that, all you're doing is slandering and
Oh,
defaming my character.
I know what I wanted to say.
Your mother's a natural born liar. She told you were cute. Now, you were saying?
Okay. Texas. I've
Yes.
not made it a secret. Danielle Elizabeth Allen was arrested in 2021 for drunk driving.
I'm not surprised.
Okay.
She sounded like a drunk girl. Have you heard her laugh?
Have I heard her laugh?
Yeah.
I've heard Danny Robertson laugh.
It's terrible.
Yeah. And the one thing, if you had it, that would be even more supportive or more, could shore things up,
Yeah.
I would have loved to hear her get out of the car when the officer told her to step out of the car, because she had to blow. I mean, for alcohol.
Well,
And she blew enough in the number to be considered, over the limit.
intoxicated.
Yes. And she had a smile on her face when she took the picture.
Well, I'm surprised. I'm not surprised. She is a total nut job.
And she may have laughed, when the officer asked her questions. And we know
Like
that.
when she gets booked and she has to go to the bed, she gonna laugh into it.
Cups of Conversation has a question. I will ask it. She says, I have a question for Jack. Does she feel bad about flipping on Nosy, giving her recent fallout with other people or people?
No, that was easy. I don't know how
Simple.
to feel about that cup person.
Who?
Is she a friend of yours?
No, she's another content creator.
I know. I don't know if I call her a content creator. She got about as much talent as a toxic diamond.
Okay. Well, so we're going to, for you, I will throw a tomato. Hang on one more quick second. Just quick.
Absolutely.
All right. So I know one thing. I know Danny is listening. So Danny, you don't want to say my name. Unwine with Teddy. Unwine with Teddy. Unwine with Teddy. You don't want people to know the truth. You don't want people to hear what I have to say about you. I wonder why.
Because she a lying ass bitch.
I want to make this clear. Let me make this clear to anyone, everyone. I don't care who finds Danny Robertson first.
Nope.
That should tell you something. I will be just as happy when her identity can be revealed 100%.
I ain't mad at you.
100%, because I want her to be held accountable.
For all her shit.
Now that I just wanted to make clear. Now back to the throwing tomatoes and...
Are you having fun yet, Teddy?
Yeah, just, well, I don't know, fun, but I'm who I am. Mm-hmm.
Listen to me, girl. Talk your stuff. I appreciate your passion, because that lets me know that your offense of this individual's reckless behavior goes way deeper than content. This is not for a click and a view to you. Will you fight for click and view for click and view? Absolutely. Every truth teller has to. But you are not impassioned by content. This is about character and taking advantage of the public's trust, if I'm correct.
Correct. Who is asking me to put respect, or let me just see if I'm reading it. People are throwing things up.
This chat is getting busy.
It is.
How many people are here?
It's probably because, one, you're here. And maybe it's because someone thinks that they're going to get one more clue of the truth of who Danny Robertson is.
Well, that's not something that we'll do while I'm present.
Likewise.
I keep telling people her exposure will not profit off of being attached to my name.
I think it should be a surprise.
Oh, so do I.
Don't you think?
So do I, and I think the person who should be the most surprised is Danny.
I think she should be so surprised.
I couldn't agree more. You know, it's like having a surprise birthday party and you already know what's coming. That's not a surprise. There should be a look on your face that is not indigenous to anything else but that moment.
Do you know?
You know one of her troll accounts is in here, right?
I'm sure I don't know which one, but she
I
has.
don't know, and I ain't gonna say, but I see you. Y'all niggas are scared. Why they so scared of me talking to Teddy?
I don't know.
It's
I'm just you know, I'm just a little, I'm just a small YouTuber, you know, who, in her opinion, is a flop.
Oh, yeah? You know what else is a flop? Her vagina, from what I was told.
Well, I don't want to talk about her.
Rave reviews. And you're a sloppy, just sloppy girl. Just sloppy girl. You should have thought about that before you went to that Diddy party.
Diddy party?
Oh, yeah.
Somebody is connected to the industry.
I told you.
Well, there are cousins in that family, if we're talking about,
You know what we talking about. You ain't got to say it. The only other person that I want to track down even more than Danny, or should I say as much as Danny, is that Job 4:9 person.
Job for 9?
Yeah, that's actually a Bible text. You want to know what it says? I got my Bible right here. I read it.
You can read it.
Yeah. When I approached her with it the last time I bumped into her, she kind of got shook and ran off when I kept repeating the scripture.
Satan will
Wonder
do
why.
that.
Wonder why.
Well, with
But here it
Satan.
is,
Go on.
Job 4, chapter 4, verse
Didn't
9.
know we were going to have an afternoon reading or
Oh
evening
my
reading,
God.
but you never
Well,
know what you're going to get here.
I keep my armor with me at all times. Job chapter 4, verse 9 says, and then they are swept away by the angry breath of God. Has it? And then we are swept away by the angry breath of God. That's an interesting screen name for a YouTube account, and you don't frequent the religious sectors. You in the beef sector. You in the Jaguar Wright sector. You in the celebrity gossip sector. What does the book of Job, chapter 4, verse 9, have to do with your shenanigans on YouTube? You're a white woman who is constantly frequenting African American platforms, having a very, very, very biased, white, entitled opinion over black conversations. You run around dropping off $100 super chats like you at a strip club. And you get on to these platforms and you tell people what to do. Yesterday, I trolled trees. And Job 4:9 was on the panel, and they were talking about me, of course, because they don't talk about anything else. And what was interesting was she had the audacity, this Karen ass looking Bible scripture, wannabe faker, asked me how I could be in a relationship with TJ when I admitted that she was an SA predator, which never happened. We debunked it. Earlier that day, we spoke with TJ's daughter on the phone, and she cleared it all up. It is on our channel. Anybody can go and listen for yourself. Actually, we talked to both of our biological children, her daughter and my son, yesterday, and they all spoke for themselves on the channel. So, you know, to ask me that question after it had already been debunked was one thing. But then when I explained that it had been debunked and they could go to the channel and see for themselves, she starts hammering away about my beloved TJ being an SA predator, which I thought was very interesting, especially after watching Tree's daughter in that interview that she did with what is it, Red Label or something like that podcast, where she sat down and told all the terrible details of her childhood and how Trees used to allow her husband to SA her daughter randomly and willingly, without any opposition from her. And when her daughter disclosed to her, she told her daughter to shut up, and she wasn't going to believe her. So I'm trying to figure out how this white woman can sit there and question me about a lie while she's sitting on the panel of the very woman who already admitted that her daughter was telling the truth. Doesn't that seem strange, Teddy? Teddy, you still there? Teddy? Did you faint?
No, I did not.
Oh. What? I asked you your opinion on that.
And then there was a knock at my door.
Oh.
And I put my mic on mute.
I heard the mute. I just didn't know if I had offended you with asking you that question.
No, please ask it again, the last part.
Do you think it's odd that that white weird woman is sitting there questioning me about a lie when she was sitting there with a woman who's admitted to protecting an essay predator who essayed her daughter?
I didn't hear the conversation.
Well, I'm telling you what the conversation was. She told me, well, she asked me, how could I call myself an essay advocate when I was in a relationship with a predator? I told her it had been debunked, it was not true. But meanwhile, she's doing this all on the platform of a woman who is an essay predator and allowed her husband to essay her daughter.
Wow.
Isn't that strange? Because her daughter has said it, and Treesus actually did an interview that a YouTuber posted of her explaining away why she allowed that man to continuously keep essaying her daughter under the same roof as her, and nothing was done.
So I just have to be, I'm just going to be like careful and say
Oh no, please be
alleged.
careful. I'm just saying, I'm not asking for commentary or opinion. I'm just saying, doesn't that seem strange for someone to question me about a lie that had already been debunked, while meanwhile, the very person's panel they're sitting on is an essay predator and has admitting to being so?
If it were to be true, and if it
No,
were
it's
to be
true.
proven.
The daughter did an interview that made it to YouTube, which
I
people work
saw
very
that.
hard.
I saw that.
And then Treesus was interviewed about it, and she did nothing but give a bunch of explanation why she allowed that to happen to her daughter by the man that she was married to. She admitted it.
I don't know if she's married.
Oh no, she was. That man is gone. She got a whole nother nigga up in that house now.
For anyone to do that, if they support that, again, I didn't hear the conversation, but I certainly have disdain for all about the trash. You see how easy for it was for me to say. Other than that, I don't really have anything else to contribute.
And then she started hurling a whole bunch of insults at me. And so I started screaming, "You let your man do that to your daughter." Now, of course, I said other words, but I would not say them here. And then I went back in the back of her chat and I dropped off some real interesting language as well. But
she too won't say my name, so we can move on from her.
Absolutely. But my point is I recognize her voice. Job 4:9.
Oh.
And I'm very close to tracking her down as well. And I just want you to know, Job 4:9, that scripture that you chose for your screen name is blasphemy. Because I know you were born a Jew. I also know that you're one of those CEO Jews, Christmas and Easter only. You know, you do the Hanukkah, you do the Passover. That's about it. Why didn't you use something from the Torah that would have been more appropriate? Job 4:9. Or did you develop that screen name because you heard me reading it in a WCW meeting in my private Philadelphia Zoom room when Tasha K first tried to infiltrate my life to expose me as something that I'm not? I don't forget nothing, especially not a voice, and definitely not a face. Now I am about to attach your face to your voice and your name, Job 4:9. You should read the rest of that book and see what the God that I serve does to people like you. She actually paid the knot to do slanderous
Well,
things on me.
okay. Let's.
Sorry. But yeah,
I'm going to.
as far as Danny, let's get back to Danny.
Yeah. Let me just stop.
I'm sorry. It's a lot. These YouTube people are a lot.
It's a lot, and this could be once, and so I don't know how long we're going to be here. I didn't plan to be here this
I
long,
know.
but
Listen to me, and we can go. Honestly, I just wanted to have a little dialogue with you, let you know that I appreciate you and
okay,
your content,
okay.
and that I think it would be a good idea for us to talk, especially at this time.
Let me just read this. Thank you, lovely one, for the $5 super chat. Asks, no offense, but what makes you hesitate to turn in what you have?
Well, I turned in plenty to the authorities.
No, she might be talking to me. I don't know who.
Oh,
She might be talking to me. I think she super chatted me. So, how do you know what I haven't turned in? How do you know what's not?
they're fishing, Patty.
How do you know?
They're fishing.
And remember what I said. I know within the last 2 weeks.
Ayasha, bless you, beloved. I gotta I need you. I'm gonna be on Instagram after I leave here. We gotta talk through there today. I gotta be extra careful with my communications on the phone. So we're gonna talk on Instagram. That's one of our lead mods for TNJ channel and Jaguar Wright Johnson channel.
I have said,
Mm-hmm.
for people who don't remember, I will cam up for Danielle Elizabeth Allen to have Danny Robertson and Danielle Elizabeth Allen on the same platform, or I will fly to wherever she is, or she can come here for an interview.
Oh, honey, she ain't doing that.
If she is the wrong person, she's, do you see how much that would bother me?
I feel you.
I mean, it's not like, all right, I want to rule her out just as much as she is still ruled in.
Well, listen to me. Let's have a conversation. I might help you be able to do some of that behind the scenes. I just won't have her exposure attached to my name and my algorithm or on Google ever.
What do you think will happen if she was attached? Tell me that.
It lives forever.
And
If I put in Trayvon Martin for the rest of my life, George Zimmerman's name
is
will
attached.
always pop up. Always. If you put in Cardi B's name, it's almost impossible to not see
Tasha K.
they pop up at the exact same time.
Okay.
If you now put in Nicki Minaj, you will find Nosy Whole Live's name attached to Nicki Minaj. Period. I will not give this internet imp from hell not an ounce of my shine. But I have no problem with being a good Samaritan and passing some very interesting things I picked up along the way. I don't need it to be me. I just need it done. You know?
I know we have a troll in here.
Honey, you have 6.
I know I see a couple.
I'm so glad Ayasha's here. And now that Ayasha's here, I wouldn't be surprised if you see a few of them disappear. We monitor these YouTube streets viciously. I call my people the shadow. Do you know what a shadow is?
Do I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I
don't
think
mean like
I think
your
so.
shadow. I mean a shadow.
Oh, like a shadow, a foreshadowing?
No. See, my name is Jaguar. I
Yeah.
literally live
In the shadow?
my name.
Oh,
I
Jaguar.
am that cat. That cat is me. That is actually through my heritage, my spirit animal, literally. Didn't even know that until after I acquired the name. Funny how my name found me before I found me. But a group, a gang of shadow, I'm sorry, a gang of jaguar moving in a pack is called a shadow.
All right.
A lot of people don't know that. But that's what a shadow is called. So when people hear me say, the shadow is coming, that's what I mean.
So, like in a sense of impending.
I have an entire network of people that move as I move right here in this app. I'm not alone. I'm just the target.
No, you mean not like a troll farm?
No,
Because
I have a network of people that I organize. We're hunting the troll farm. And we struck gold this summer. We struck gold. I've been hunting these idiots down and creating attachment and finding who's in charge of who, what's in charge of what, this, that, and the third. I've been doing this for almost 3 years.
you see, I listen,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't. A lot of people want me to move when they want me to move,
Honey, never do that.
but
Never
I'm
do
not.
that.
I'm not. No matter what, until
You
I'm
move
ready.
when God tells you to move. You've been doing the right thing. I just came by to acknowledge it for the first time. Might be the only time. I don't know.
Okay, it could be.
But
I
I thought the conversation needed to be had at this time.
okay. So, what is the 1% that would take you over the top, or you are at 100%?
As far as the robot is concerned,
Yes.
oh, I don't need any more convincing. I believe you know exactly who she is. I told you that at the beginning. If I wasn't sure, I wouldn't have touched the link. I don't bluff. I play great poker. And most of the time, I win because I am patient, because I am calculating, because I'm constantly watching people's neck. Because on the neck, there is a vein called the femoral artery.
I know.
You got one in your thigh, you got one in your neck,
Right.
your jugular, all of that. I'm watching that hoe every second that I'm around a human being. Because if that thing starts pumping, I know you're lying. Because you can't stop adrenaline no matter what. You might be able to manipulate your matter into being still, and you might be able to manipulate your face into not moving. But the vein and what happens to the human body when certain chemical agents are activated, like adrenaline, you can't stop that whether you want to or not. I'm looking at your neck, and your neck say you lying. See how I operate. I wouldn't have showed up there.
Are there any other family members of Danny Robertson on this platform right now?
We will discuss that offline. But what I will say is, You should feel satisfied in your inquisitions. You're smarter than you know.
I'm smarter than I know?
Yeah.
You mean smarter than a fifth grader? Wasn't that a game show?
No, I mean, you're much smarter than you know. You so smart, you be missing things that sit right there in front of your face.
Sometimes that can happen.
Oh, absolutely. That's the disadvantage of tunnel vision. The advantage of tunnel vision is not being deterred in your focus.
I'm focused.
See?
Cad Max says, why is she here? She said she came really to what?
We done already addressed that.
Yeah, we have.
So why don't you go back and tell Danny if she wants to know what we talking about, she can come over here and touch the link too.
No, Superman and Clark Kent. That's what. Do you know her other compadre on YouTube?
Which one?
I know there's so many, right?
Yeah, which one? I mean, you know she's very good friends with the official campaign in my ass and Adrian Deontay Lewis.
Shandava.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Adrian.
Mm-hmm.
His mama called him Adrian, I'ma call him Adrian. He hates it. Michael hated his name too. He got his daddy name. Ain't that a shame?
You know she's going to make a video.
Oh, of course. She's making
And she's going to figure out any way she can. Watch. Not to have my voice. You mean you don't even want my voice on your main channel, Danielle? Why is that?
Oh, poor little Danny girl.
Oh, I didn't play any copyright music underneath so she can play it.
But guess what though? She'll just skip over the parts.
This is what I know.
And then she'll put in some real whack lame commentary that don't really make no sense, so she can fill in the gap until she can get to the part.
Uh-huh. And then she'll get to your part because then that's what she wants.
I know. That's what I love this summer about sitting down with people that my ops hate because they don't have access to the content anymore because they don't have Michael and Adrian to feed them false stories based off stuff that they knew about me pretending to be my friend. So they have no choice. I have not seen this many people share Matthew Madai's content in I don't know how long.
Do you know when Danny Robertson came to YouTube? Before she came to YouTube, she did what she calls her research, her investigation.
Mm-hmm.
On Nosy Whole Life, you're familiar with all that, right?
That's when I got familiar with you.
Oh.
When you started coming.
She contacted the Lake Charles Police Department in Calcasieu. Parish.
Yeah. She liked calling law enforcement.
Yeah. Danielle Elizabeth Allen.
Mm-hmm.
No, Danny Robertson. I gotta remember. I only think that based on the evidence, based on everything pointing that it's Danielle Elizabeth Allen.
Mm-hmm. You smart girl. You know, she was following a bunch of hookers around before Nosy. Yeah. Did you know that? That before she
Something,
became obsessed with Molly Green, she used to film a bunch of prostitutes on the street for content.
well, I don't
She
know
got a
if
thing
that.
with sex workers.
I do think that. I do think that. Although she says she's a mandated reporter and all of these kinds of things.
And where? She's not a part of the Associated Press. I checked.
Like an armchair psychologist, maybe.
Um, I had a
A
cousin that was a
teacher or
schizophrenic.
something.
I had a cousin that was a schizophrenic who thought he was a teacher too. He thought he was a counselor too. Yeah. He went to the police station and showed him his whole dossier on all of Donald Trump's tweets and then circled all the words to prove that Donald Trump was trying to kill him. Yep, my mother's brother. God rest his soul. Yeah, not my cousin, my uncle.
Here's the thing.
Schizophrenics say all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, they do. I'm not her doctor, so I don't know.
Well, I've seen plenty of them, so I'm informed.
No, wait a minute.
What?
Somebody said she's a ex-worker. She didn't hide it, unlike you. When did Danielle Robertson say that?
Hold on, when did I hide it?
No. I want to know this person, this troll. When did she say it?
Oh, by the way, I need to address something. I am not currently on lithium. I was forced to take it when I was in the hospital being held there against my will. I have not been medicated regularly since I got booked into Bossier Parish Mac April 14th of 2023. And then when I did agree to take medication again in Dallas County, starting May 12th, no, May 15th, because it was right before my birthday. And then when I started taking the meds, it was 3 days after that my face is swollen up. I had no feeling on my left side. My gums were bleeding profusely. And I had this terrible ringing noise in my head. I had to instantly refuse to take meds. And if I had not have done so, it probably would have killed me. And since then, I have not been on any form of medication. And as per my bond stipulation, my judge told me she sees no need for me to have to take it because I've been managing myself quite well without it with meditation, prayer, and exercise. So I don't know why people keep talking about medication, but nobody's on it. Haven't been on it in months. I just wanted to clear that up, Teddy. Thank you for that moment.
All right. People say, well, I'm not really here to address anyone's, I'm just saying this for the crowd, sexuality, orientation, what they do or not, that kind of stuff. Just, I don't know.
Well, I don't see, I spent half of my life living overseas. I don't see sex and sexuality from an American perspective.
You mean like it's something that people do, like
Sex is a human
for a
body
living?
function.
Yeah, like
Sex
you
is a
mean like
human
you get
body
up, you
function.
comb your hair, you brush your teeth, you do, you know.
Yeah. Anywhere in the world that I've gone has a red light district. Only place prostitution is taboo is in the United States, and that's because they like to regulate it and use it to keep customers for the criminal justice system because of how much money it makes for the government. So, you know, it's very interesting Oh, by the way, hold on one second, Teddy. Somebody said, "Have your life overseas." How? Since when? Okay, hold on one second. I'll be right
That's fine.
back.
Okay, so while she is, let's see. What do y'all think so far? I mean, did you think I was going to get into a debate?
Well, Teddy, hold on a second.
No, I'm talking to the group,
Oh,
to the listeners.
I'm gonna cam up because this expired during the pandemic.
Okay.
My passport,
All right.
and I have to get it renewed because I'll be leaving the country again this year. Let me see if the camera. Let me make sure I had a camera right. Now this is my 25th passport that I've had in my life.
Let me do something before you open it up. Hang on.
Yes.
Close it. I'm going to put my banner across there because I
Okay.
know. Hang on. Let's do this. Right straight through the middle. Go ahead.
Okay. So let's see. As me, before I started cutting off all my hair.
Okay.
I have beautiful hair when I grow it out. I just have no interest. Let's see some of these stickers here. Where is that? Oh, that's Berlin, Germany. And then we have, oh, that's a bunch back and forth. Oh, Amsterdam. And where is this? That's not Stad. No. Oh, no, that's Lübden. Um, and then here we got, oh, this is 2015. I'm trying to, can you see that, Teddy? I ain't got
Yes,
my
I can
readers
see.
on. Okay, Homeland Security. All right. Oh, what is this? Oh, that's a card from someone I probably need to call. I keep so much stuff in here. Let's see, wait a minute. Where are my papers from Japan? Oh, plane ticket, they carry it on. I'm looking for my work paper from Japan.
While you're doing that, let me make a
I haven't been in here in so long. Oh, what
so
is this? Country.
wow.
I'm trying to remember.
For the person who said we're still on sheesh, I think this is only the second time I've been on after this long, 6 hours. Go tell that to Danny Robertson. Go tell that to In and Out. Go tell that to everybody else.
Yeah. What country is
Okay?
this? Oh, that's Japan. No, that's Hong Kong.
Hong Kong. Have you been to
Yeah.
Singapore?
Oh, absolutely. Kuala Lumpur. I've been to 1,000 cities in my life. What's this here? Oh, oh yeah, that's tagged there from, where is that? Jacqueline, that's right. Employment permit. Can you see that, Teddy?
I can.
Yeah. Half of these niggas ain't never left their neighborhood. Ain't it funny?
The stories that passport could tell.
Oh my God. The passport itself is amazing because I left this very passport. I got it in 2011. I was working in France that winter. I was extremely exhausted. I had already done 3 continents and I was tired. And so we flew in on Air France from JFK and we landed at Charles de Gaulle. And then I had to take a commuter flight to the south to go to Montpellier. And I left this passport in the seat pocket. And I deplaned, got on my plane, made it all the way to Montpellier, which is 45-minute flight, but it's like a 3.5 hour train ride, back to Paris. And I had left this passport. My liaison in Montpellier had a friend who was a pilot at Charles de Gaulle. Called him. He ran through the airport, got this passport off the plane before it took off, headed back to America, and brought it back to me, and I had it by dinner after rehearsal. Jolie came with this passport.
Have you ever been on a helicopter?
Oh, absolutely, many times.
You
my
have?
Ex-boyfriend my ex-boyfriend owns 4 of them. I've flown on every aircraft there is to fly. And I was about to start taking lessons before my life kicked up, so I could start flying commuter flights myself. I have over 4 million miles airtime. I've traveled over 15 million miles in the United States. I've been to every state. I've driven every state. Like, I have done nothing but travel my entire life. My children got to come with me sometimes. Sometimes I had to leave them behind. But it's just really funny how people swear to God that the crap that comes out of their mouth is real because they say so. And they're upset with me because I'm not sitting on Instagram every day flaunting how awesome I am. I don't have to do that. I know how awesome I am. I don't need to prove that to you. My life is my life. What I choose to share with the world, it's my choice. But I don't have to brag about anything. Matter of fact, God asked you not to. And worse than that, as an entertainer, that's how you get robbed. Bragging about all you have. It's stupid. And it's classless. And it's what the wealthy call gauche. So you would actually have had to add some money or been around people with money to be able to just let that word roll so easily off your tongue. Gauche.
Gauche. Someone said a master manipulator. Do you want to throw a tomato?
They could throw a tomato. I don't know if I would call myself a master manipulator, but I am a master at my craft. I don't manipulate anything. I let everything happen. I make nothing happen. God makes things happen. I let them happen. That's it.
That it? Who else?
I can't make people do the things that they do. Now, I'm not saying that I can't tilt a circumstance this or that way. Yes, I'm very capable of doing that. But how people choose to react and what they choose to do with that is their choice. Am I wrong, Teddy?
It's a choice. How can you manipulate
anyone unless they allow you to do so? And if they allow you to do so,
but that's what's called.
But that means they consented to that behavior.
It means that they're manipulative.
No. I mean, I would say I'm an
easy
opportunist.
to be manipulative.
I would say I'm an opportunist more than a manipulator. And the reason why I would even call myself an opportunist is because I'm the kind of person that spots where opportunity is and engaged. It's called being smart. If you just consistently let great opportunities go, then that's on you. You know? Yeah, regular schmegular. You can say semantics all you want. It's all true. Thank you, Ayash.
Ah,
Call me what you want to call me. But if you really want to call me something, then call me what I am. I'm the puppet master.
puppet master.
Now that is a title I proudly wear.
All right.
You want to know why I have no problem with that?
Tell me.
Because if you're a puppet, you should be worried about how you ended up being that. Oops.
I think I said, in one of my videos, maybe even today, I was thinking when I was talking about the plausibility of you being part of the troll farm, or no.
Oh, God, no.
No, wait a minute. Just talking about the interaction between Nosy Ho, Tales from the Cult, and you in the same video. I was wondering, were you playing the two of them against one another?
I mean, at the end of the day, maybe. I don't know. What I will say is this. I create a certain set of circumstances around me, and I allow certain people to engage in one way or another. But at the end of the day, whatever happens, it was their choice.
Tell me about this person, Triple D.
What about the Kansas?
I don't know anything except
She was a girl that I had a moment with, locked in jail in a cell for 25 days.
Recently, this person.
In April.
Yes. Your first time coming across her.
Yeah, I mean, it was a very intense moment. She was finally being let out of suicide isolation.
Okay.
And I was locked up in DSEG with no comms, no access to commissary, no matter how much money I had on my book. She recognized me right away. Because when they walked up past my door before they took her to her cell, which was directly across from mine, she looked and she said, "It's you! You're Jaguar, right?"
Oh.
And I nodded my head. And then she went to her cell. We started passing notes to each other. Like about a week later, I asked her if she liked me. She said yes. I told her to stop by my door so we could talk. Because she got off DSEG. I was on DSEG the whole time. She came to my door. We talked. We started passing notes back and forth. And the first note that she sent me was, "How did somebody like you end up here?"
That's a reasonable question.
And so our friendship began. She was a rough customer, so am I. We didn't really get along with the officers that well. We had that in common. I saw her get handled up. Everybody told me about when they tased her in the neck. They wasn't going to fight her. They just tased her in the neck. I had my moments. That was a wild ass day. Me ass naked in my cell, ready to fight five officers. Which is why I thought it was so funny that she started lying and telling stories about I was afraid and she had to protect me and whatever. Like, girl, shut up.
Were you
Everybody
afraid?
in God no. Not of anybody in that jail. I was afraid of who was manipulating the circumstances on the outside of that jail. There are things that happened to me while I was in jail that even the wardens did not understand.
So she wanted to protect you?
No. She ain't
Yes?
protect me.
No?
Hell no. She was worried about going to wreck and being able to take a shower and look at bitches and shit. Like I was on a different mission. And I knew the second that I came out that cell that the officer had already prompted two of the inmates to engage me. And I know my rage. And there was this one girl in there that was pregnant. And the truth is the kind of stuff that came out of her mouth, I wouldn't have cared that she was pregnant. I'd have kicked her clean in the stomach and punched her in the jaw. And then I stomped on her until she ain't talk no more. I wouldn't have gave a fuck about her or that baby. Kind of stuff she was saying out her mouth. I would have stayed there for a lot longer than I did. I'm smart enough to know when I need to stay put. Because I know what I do when I'm not put. So that's why I stayed in D-Sig. I could have came out in Gym Pop if I had just taken my braids out. But I said, take my braids out so I can sit here and pick my fro, wait for one of these bitches to get on my nerves, and then end up in a hole for a month, and then end up with another case. Like, no, wasn't worth it. I stayed in my cell and I worked. Now, yeah, they would come through and they would holler shit. And then the next thing you know, I was sitting out the hole with my pen stripped down, ready to shank somebody in the stomach. And then they start walking around. They would get afraid when they would hear me chant. They would get afraid, when the lights would go out while I was, doing my thing, calling the corners. They was all in there terrified that one night we had that bad storm. I was so angry. And I just started calling the corners, and I've been calling the corners for about a good 2 hours, and the next thing you know, all the lights went out. And I'm just sitting there. Now it's my party. They was scared. Lightning crashing up against everything, people screaming, and I'm just sitting there having me a blast. And then she's a witch, because my fingertips was glowing. I guess people keep forgetting that I wear a glow-in-the-dark manicure all the time. They was in there scared of the hole. And Dee came over there. Everybody's scared of you. They think you a witch. I said, well, maybe I am. Dee afraid of me more than anybody. That's why it was just so funny for her to tell the stories that she told so Danny could keep putting money on her books.
So she's actually using her against you?
Well, no, she's using her to pretend like she has accurate information about me to embarrass me or to slander me in some way, but all she's doing is lying, which is why I called Lieutenant Evans yesterday and I had a nice chat with him about Danny. The officers were already pulling up the videos like, what you doing is whack. Candace takes psych meds. She has psychosis. You sitting there playing with somebody that's got a mental issue in jail in an already volatile and hostile situation. She's been in and out the hole every other week for the past 3 months. And y'all sitting there posting stuff about her online, pictures of her with guns, comments saying that we're going to bond the Candace out of jail so she can come and kill Jag and TJ.
I should say alleged.
Huh?
Go on.
No, I won't say alleged because I actually have the screenshots of the messages that I seen on the robot's message board.
Well, okay.
Which I've turned over to the authorities, and which unfortunately I had to turn over to the jail. I ain't gonna have nobody threatening my life in or out of jail.
Please be respectful. I'm just saying to others in the chat. Go on. You can go on.
But the sad part is, you sitting here taking advantage of a desperate woman. And Lord have mercy, if her probation officer decides to take any of that crap online to heart and then puts their hands down and lets the DA run with it, she could forget getting out on probation. They might just book her for the whole thing and she had to do another 5 years. And if so, they're going to send her to hard labor camp in the heart of Louisiana. She's going to be breaking rocks and doing hard labor. Like, all of this for YouTube content. That's pathetic. And it's disgusting. And as African Americans, it's even more disgusting because our community has one of the biggest problems with keeping our people out of jail. And you're just going to sit there and try to help her stay in there for content? Amazing. Yeah, you're a real stellar human being, you know?
In order to convict her, she has to commit a crime.
Who?
Danny Robertson.
She already has. Sarah. See, the problem is, it's hard to make them stick individually, which is why I've been pursuing a conspiracy case. Because in a conspiracy case, with all of the people that she's been working with behind the scenes, all of those things become major violations because of the cooperative nature going in between multiple sources. And if she is considered one of the leaders of their conspiracy, oh, and by the way, federal law, it only takes 2 people to make a conspiracy. More than 5 people is a RICO case. More than 15 people is a criminal organization. And considering the malicious intent behind all of their content, that can allow the feds to add the hate crime kicker, which can add anywhere from 2 to 10 years additional to every charge and every sentence. See, I'm not playing games. The second that they swatted me, the second that she took the time to spoof my phone number so that they could put out a story that I called the cops on myself for content while I'm on bond. And the police that I called are the very police that I'm not allowed to call because they have a restraining order against me. If there was any proof that I had called the police on myself and the police traced it back to my phone number, I'd be in jail right now because that would be breaking my bond stipulations given to me by my judge.
Does anyone want to come up now? I said I would throw the link back out, and I'm talking specifically to Hear Her TV. She was up when Jaguar came up.
And scurried ass right down. Wouldn't come back up. She gonna do it now?
I don't think she's scared.
Then she should have no problem with touching the link.
I just wanted to give you the opportunity, and myself.
Yeah. I've enjoyed this time.
To meet one another, at least, on the platform.
Well, if you're going to talk shit about somebody, it's a little bit more courteous to actually know who they are before you start lying on them all day and all that night.
Well, I didn't talk over you.
I hope you don't feel as though I talked over you.
No, not at all.
See, dialogue is simple. I think we've proven that here today.
I think,
And don't get me wrong, not to toot my own horn. This was one of the most intelligent YouTube conversations I've had in quite some time.
Thank you, I should say, or at least, how should I consider it? I'll accept it. I don't know.
What? You don't agree?
No, I don't want to seem like others don't hold intelligent conversations.
I said the most. I didn't say the only. In my opinion, for me,
It is your
that's
opinion.
what it's been.
It is. It
You're a
is your
very bright
opinion.
woman.
It is.
And I am still talking to bright women. There's so many dumb bitches in this world. It vexes me at times.
I know there are going to be some in the chat who say, I let her get away and I didn't ask the tough questions. Well,
Well,
I
then
didn't.
ask me a tough question right now. Come on, Teddy. Let's satisfy these people.
I don't know. Somebody put a tough question. What is, please put the tough question in. I'm not, because I don't really get into like too
You're
personal.
not a part of the beef sector.
I'm not. So come on. Somebody else. What is a tough question?
Why don't hear her come up here and ask me a tough question?
How about this question?
What?
I don't know. I don't want it to offend you, but only what I've had.
That's fine.
Are and if it's too personal, please don't get
I'll let
offended
you
or
know.
don't. Yeah. Do you have a relationship with your mother?
Well, of course I do. I just haven't seen her since I went to jail. She's being held hostage from me and captured from me by my sister, who's trying to find a way to get her to take me off the will and put her on, because she don't have no retirement plan.
And your other siblings?
I mean, honestly, I consider myself an only child. I'm the only child between my two parents living. The rest of my siblings are from my parents' previous relationship, and I have no interest in any of those people.
So then your mother, this is your birth mother who's living.
Yeah.
Is your father,
My
I
father
think
is
he's
deceased.
deceased, yes.
My
Okay.
father died a week and a half after Michael Jackson in 2009, and I've been my mother's caretaker ever since.
My sympathies.
Oh, my daddy's with me at all times, just like my son.
Did you forgive him?
Forgive him for what? My father was my best friend.
Was there anyone in your family that you had to forgive?
Oh, lots of people, especially my mom.
So, I mean, those are the kind of questions I think that are kind of tough, maybe family kind of
I
questions,
think it's
but
weird that somebody came here saying that SCW said my mother was in a nursing home, but just the other day he said he hates my mom, and the day before that he said he had my mother removed and my son removed from me and me scattered from all my things, and this nigga has never even met my mother. I just find it funny that people like running with conversation about people's family when the people that are talking have never even met them. That's weird. That would be like me sitting here talking about your mother, Teddy. Wouldn't it?
yeah,
Wouldn't it be weird if I
Yeah.
just started talking about your mom?
Yes.
I never met the woman.
Why did your relationship and SDW break down? What was the catalyst?
Because I was setting a bear trap for Michael Braggs. And I told Adrian Deontay Lewis what I was doing every step of the way. And he was perfectly fine with doing it until he realized that he was going to be implicated in Cash App Gate from all them Cash Apps that they stole in my name while I was in jail that they never gave me. So he decided to try to get ahead of his story and make it seem like he was protecting Michael and like he wasn't going to let me set his friend up, but he knew everything all along.
He had your phone number before you met Legina.
Sean David Way has had my phone number since 2021.
When he first came onto your platform, I mean, when you first came on to his platform.
I didn't have his number at the time, but I had it shortly after that.
How did he win you over your trust?
He didn't. Neither of them did. I said I'm patient. I tolerated all that crap because I needed to find out something. For 2 years, I tolerated all that crap. While they made money off my name. And they don't think they owe me anything?
How about King
Interesting.
Payne? You were
Michael
close
is
to
the
him at
biggest-
one time.
Michael is the biggest disappointment. But you know, allegedly, the combination between ecstasy, Viagra, and cocaine make a nigga do strange things. Shoot, what is that that Rick James said? That cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Do you trust Sean Davy Way? I'm going to say his name.
Absolutely not.
When did you lose trust in
He's
him?
one of the main leaders of the troll farm.
Did you ever trust him? I'm going to ask again.
No. I don't trust anyone. I trust human beings to be human beings, capable of the same amount of good as they are evil. I'm never surprised when people do what they do. I'm just disappointed from time to time.
Who disappointed you more, King Payne or
Michael. Michael. For him to sit there while he would be on the phone and listen to me and my husband at DB situations and then tell me he's praying for me and try to convince me to be. And then for him to turn around and do the content he just did with my husband just a week and a half, a week ago, goes to prove he must be high out of his mind. He also knows that nothing ever happened between me and Courtney, which most people know is Solar from Carbonation. And he did that too. It's sad. Because he had a real friend in me. But that's the problem when you're dealing with alleged drug addict. Their only loyalty is to the product, not to people. I pray for him, even still. But we will never be friends. Never again. And Adrian Deontay Lewis doesn't know how to be anyone's friend. So why would I expect friendship or feel the need to ever give it? Does that make sense?
It does. How do you think they became close with Danielle?
Through Tasha K. A lot of the really disgusting characters that are a part of the YouTube troll farm were all mentored by Tasha K. Like I said, it's funny who you bump into from YouTube on the dark net.
What? Says Cad Mac. What? I know for some it may seem like a random kind of I'm asking questions and maybe some seem not to relate.
Your mother's a crackhead, Storm Flint. I ain't never smoked crack a day in my life, but I'll sell your mama some.
Please, 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 Judy Cole says, play Stay in the Moment. You want to break it up? Is that what it is? Thank you so much for the $20 super chat.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.
I love it when black women support black women. Teddy,
Tell me.
have you have I answered any tough questions yet? Because you
You
asked me about my mama. I think you thought that was going to be more stressful than it was.
No, I don't think stressful, but it could have been. I didn't want to intrude, but it was part of the interview,
Right.
with surviving Jaguar
Yeah.
Wright
Which
interview.
my mother wasn't in. That woman in there was not my mother. That's my ex-husband's mother, Tina Odom. My mother was not a part of that.
Not your biological. I understand.
No,
I
that was my
Yeah, I
ex-husband's
know who.
mother.
Yeah, I know that came to the door and was with
And I should
your.
have punched her in her head. Crazy old bat. She's schizophrenic too. I don't know why I got all these schizos around me all the time. Schizos and psychopaths.
Someone once asked this question. I don't know if this is a tough question or not. I
Got
just
my
see it.
husband.
Yeah, I
I never
wasn't
gave
playing.
up on him. He gave up on me.
There you go. There's your answer. Someone wants a music break. Jennifer Love Spewitt says at Unwind with Teddy, ask her why TJ said she needed to admit her part in the troll farm. It implies she is part of the troll farm,
No, it
not
implies that she was
exposed.
used by the troll farm against me. That's the
All
only
right.
thing TJ has to admit. That she
We
allowed herself to be manipulated by people within the troll farm. Yeah.
All right. So I think it would be a good time. We'll take a music break real quick. Come back
Okay.
and either wrap it up, but just for those who need to take a potty break or whatever, a stretch break. Let's do this. I need to put on a longer song. Stay in the moment. Is that by Paul Hardcastle? Or are we talking about Tyra Chanty? Which one?
Actually, Teddy,
What?
I hate to do this, but
But
since
you got it.
I'm your special guest here for an impromptu conversation,
Yeah.
could I choose the musical selection?
Um, of course, you can choose, but I want to make sure I play Stay in the Moment.
Okay.
Okay, go
Well,
ahead.
could you
I
close with "Stay in the Moment" and play my song first,
I can do
just in
that.
case I have to go?
Just in case.
Okay.
Now, how would you feel about that, Judy? I'm trying to be. Oh wow.
I think Judy will appreciate my
Okay.
selection.
What is your selection?
Oh, Fleur de Lis,
Sneer Denis?
Flair.
Oh, Claire de. Oh, that
It is a
one. That's a beautiful song. They play that at
classical,
weddings.
beautiful classical.
I say Claire de Lune, Claire de Lys.
Yes, the
What?
Claire de Lune, but I call it Fleur de Lis because, but it is Claire de Lune.
That's
Yeah,
okay. That's
especially
a
when it's done very
beautiful.
well on a piano.
Let's play it Debussy. Yes, it
Yes,
is. Oh, it's beautiful. I have that piece. I was trying to learn that piece. All
it
right.
is my sanity.
Oh, I love this piece. I'm going to play it.
Thank you, Ted.
It's classic, but I love it.
Isn't it great? How great music never goes out of style.
Ugh. Yes, I'm here. That was Claire de Lune.
Nobody heard it.
Oh my.
Hold on a second.
How about that? Had that mic closed.
It's all right.
It's all
It's
right.
all right. Hold on a
It's
second.
all right. Oh, wait a minute.
See,
Wait a minute.
this is the key thing about the network.
My apologies.
Wait a minute. I might just be able to remedy that. Hold on.
I have it right here.
So do I. I was pulling it up while you were gone.
There it is. Please play my song. Please, please stay in the moment.
Yes.
Please.
Thank you for your patience.
Okay, let me just go ahead and play her song. Is it Tyra Chanty? Probably. Stay in the moment. Not sure, but I think so. It would be her.
Finally don't get no fuss, finally be riding on my way. Finally woke up with some luck in the book. I don't give a what someone say. Finally got my friends in the back of my roller. We gon' make it big one day. We gon' make it big, I say. We gon' make it big, just stay in there. Stay in the moment. Stay in the moment with me. Give you a moment. Give you a moment with me. Smell all the roses. Smell all the roses with me. Just give you a moment. Stay in the moment with me. You woke up from a while. Haven't seen you smile since December. Ripped your heart, got a brand new one since you got lost in November. See it in your eyes when we leave for the night. Way too many heartbreaks still on your mind. Let the flame burn down for a while. Let the flame blur out for a while. Stay in the moment. Stay in the moment with me. Give you a moment. Give you a moment with me. Smell all the roses. Smell all the roses with me. Just give you a moment. Stay in the moment with me. Give you a moment. Stay in the moment with me. Stay in the moment. Stay in the moment with me. Give you a moment. Give you a moment with me. Smell all the roses. Smell all the roses with me. Just give you a moment. Stay in the moment with me. I know you're hiding behind that pretty brown face. I see you climbing. Been trying to find your way. Let's see you smiling. Since we were stuck in LA, babe, come jump the rooftop and come watch the skyline with me.
All right, I see here hers back. I don't think you left. We've got Kulu live streaming. Who else?
Can you drop the link for him, please?
I'm getting ready to drop the link for,
Okay.
yeah, I'll go ahead and drop the link for Hear Her or Kulu. Let me just go ahead and put the link in the chat right now. As long as folks are respectful, my regulars, they know what time it is, right? Even when I disagree, I'm going to bring somebody up, and just like this, right? I can have a conversation. Doesn't have to be totally agreeable, but yeah, if we're respectful on this platform. Now, I know people that get excited. The link is in the chat. So,
that music you just played,
yeah.
it should have calmed some of the bad piece.
Absolutely. Music calms the savage beast. So the link has been put out there. Let me see if I can pin it. Okay.
I don't think I take anybody off anything. I know I've been thinking him over an hour, and people that love to talk about me don't want to come talk to me. I guess they like talking about me and talking to themselves.
Okay, let me see.
There is an echo. Should I drop out and come back?
Should you drop out?
Let me try that. I'm going to drop down for a second and I'm going to come back.
Okay, I'm going to post
I get the echo as well.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, pin it. I've got to figure out why. I don't know why I should have an echo. I don't know why I should have an echo.
Is that better?
I don't have an echo, but
Okay. You know what it is? It's a slight delay.
oh, wait a minute. Let me turn off the mute the screen audio. Is that better? I think that's better.
Hello?
Hello. All right. Kulu, you've got to unmute.
Hey, shout out to Teddy. Shout
Oh,
out to
you've got
Jaguar.
an echo, Kulo.
I do. From the chat, it sounded like Jag had an echo. Jag, can you mute up real quick?
Absolutely.
Okay. What about now?
Still have an echo.
Okay, let me drop down and I'll come back up.
Okay, unmute you. Yes.
Do you think this is some kind of sign that we're in the basement?
That we're in the basement?
Yeah, well, you know, you go in a basement sometimes and there's an echo because of the acoustics in the room.
I do
That was
have.
just me telling a little joke.
Oh, okay. So there is an echo. Cat Mac says there's an echo. I don't know.
Like, in the barricade, exactly.
Oh, wait a minute.
Why do people keep talking this King World Cruise breakup? I don't know what that means, but this meat cruise person is a troll. And they're not very good at it. I tell you what I'm finna do though, meat cruise. I'm finna make you content. The YouTube Hunger Games are still in effect. How about I make you content, meat cruise? See, that's my new thing. I'm just gonna troll back even harder.
Okay, sound better?
It's about the same delay.
Okay, well, I'm not gonna stay on too long. I just want to say shout out to Teddy, shout out to Jaguar. People don't know is that I have respect for Teddy. The others don't. I think that she's a very good researcher. She has a lot of receipts on a lot of people, and I think that she does a great job with her live streams. I'd be in the bear cave sometimes listening. I don't be typing because I got other things to do, but I definitely fuck with Teddy. And I just want to shout out to her and shout out to you, Jag, as always. And yeah, there's no beef or anything like that. I'm gonna be respectful, and Teddy knows that. Like, we've DM'd and we've emailed before, so.
Kulu,
Yes, ma'am.
I need to talk to you as soon as I log out of here. Can we meet up on Instagram in the DM? I need to conversate through there today.
Yeah. I sent you a message of the Nicki Minaj charging the swatters that sent people to her house. Yeah, so it's hit me on.
Isn't it funny how everybody keeps getting swatted?
I said again.
Isn't that funny how swatting seems to be the new thing?
Yeah.
They treat it like it's Ding Dong Dixie.
It's not. It's way worse. But Nicki was able to press charges against the person that did it, and now they're have a bunch of felony counts and shit like that for false reporting and stuff like that. False reporting emergency or something like that. So yeah. So hit me in the DMs and we'll speak. Shout out to Teddy as always. And I'm gonna hop back in the chat.
Cool. 1 second. There's 2 things that I'd like to address with you before you drop down.
Mm-hmm.
You and King World have parted ways, allegedly?
No.
Okay.
No, that's a rumor.
Yeah. And the second thing, when did I hire you to be my bodyguard?
Shit. I don't know. I mean, I didn't sign no contract. I didn't sign there was no payment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I didn't offer to be your bodyguard or your manager. You know what I mean? So if people just make up shit.
And lastly, are we not very serious about getting to the bottom of this troll farm?
Oh yeah. Like most definitely. And that's what I gotta. And Teddy knows how serious I am, and I haven't informed her on the full extent of my plan because it's still active. But it's Teddy knows that I'm all down for bringing this troll farm, and we're one step closer. And I gotta email Teddy and let her know because there was fake reports filed anonymously with my local police precinct, Teddy,
Mm.
and we know who it was. And me and my lawyers and a detective was able to retrace who that person was, and we actually got some information on who the email and who that account email was tied to. So,
Sounds like we should have a little Zoom chat.
yeah, I mean, we need to, you know what I mean?
This is
Because
starting to
this is,
sound like a class action kind of thing.
yeah, and that's why I told you, yes.
Kulu, I'm hearing an echo was why I didn't want to speak. Somebody's got an echo. I've tried. Hello?
Yeah, I'm listening. I'm just muting up.
Okay, great. Thanks. I appreciate you coming up and saying what you did. Yeah. I'm listening in. Just, I don't know why. Now it says Jag has an echo now. I don't know why. I have
Can I be
turned.
honest with you?
Yes?
But I'm going to warn you, this might be a little conspiracy theory-ish.
I'm sure.
I'm one of the most followed people on this app, and they track me all the time. They shadow ban me and people that I deal with.
Is really
And
distracting.
I wouldn't be surprised if that echo was coming from, some prying ears.
It's not when Jag talks. Maybe it's on her end. Kulu is the echo. She's recording.
Okay, so
I'm
gonna
not
hop down.
recording anything.
I
Yes, I'm
don't.
gonna hop down.
Okay.
So that I don't
I'm going
mess
to
with the
drop
audio.
down, though, and come
Hold on,
back.
Jack. Real quick,
Drop-
let me.
Drop down
Okay.
and come back.
Okay. Do I sound better?
Why am I
No.
echoing? Kulu?
Yes, I'm here.
So I'm getting my echo. I don't know.
Are you do you have headphones in, or are you doing it just from like the laptop?
Let's see. Let me see if I can cancel echo. Let's see. If I go into StreamYard, speakers. Hang on. It's really bad. Is that any better?
Nope.
Well, I'll go ahead and drop down, Teddy, so that you can figure that out.
Okay. All right.
My apologies if if it's me that ruined the audio. I just want to say this, right? So now that's a rumor that me and King World are friends, or right? Oh, we're not working together. That's bullshit. I was just in his live the other day, and we were just talking via comments. Like, I have his phone number. We just talked 2 days ago. That is a lie. So I'm only gonna address it on Teddy's panel. Me and King World are bros. Like, that's an OG. Like, that's like my uncle, basically. You know what I mean? So there's nothing that me and World are ever going to get into it about, because he understands me, I understand him, and it is what it is. You know what I mean? But no, Jack, that is a cap. Whoever's spreading that rumor about King World is no longer messing with me, or we're no longer messing with each other when it comes to content creation. That's just a lie, flat out lie.
Darling, I know that. I was asking the questions to be shady so you could answer without it having to look like we're addressing the very trolls that always
Yeah.
show up wherever we are.
The same ones.
Same people. In that interest.
Yeah. Hey, Teddy, is the audio better?
It's getting there.
I hear the echo.
Okay, well, I'm
Now
gonna hop
you
down.
echo it, Teddy.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna hop down. I appreciate you, Teddy, as always.
Yeah.
I'll be back in the bear cave. Okay.
Thank you, Kulu.
Shout out to Jack.
I'll see you on the gram, Kulu.
Okay, Jack.
Yes, darling.
Now I don't hear the echo.
Oh, child. It has been fun. And thank you for playing the song.
You're welcome. And it's I'm trying to pick up where we left off, or at least kind of wrap it up or balance it out.
Is there any last question you would like to ask me in our conversation?
Hang on. Well, first of all, this I know it's impromptu. I didn't prepare questions. Annette Hughes, let me just read what she says. Never in all the time I've loved this channel, I would ever have to make a decision like this. But I'm not going to falling for this. Okay.
What is the BS that she's not falling for? That part confuses me.
I haven't fallen for any of it. I mean, I'm just having a conversation.
What are you falling for?
This is, I don't know, but for those who are listening to me now, I haven't been persuaded away from what I've been seeking, looking for. I'm still on point.
Teddy.
Jaguar Wright hasn't changed my mind at all
Teddy.
on my search for anyone.
Teddy.
Yeah.
What is understood does not need to be explained. You ain't got to explain yourself, whether they're a member or not. Number one, they're YouTube subscribers. They're not yours. They do choose to be members. And if they thought it was good enough to become a member, then they should be able to trust your judgment. You have not been molested, persuaded, finessed in any way, shape, or form. And the only thing I came here and did was talk to you truth. You don't have to explain that. I know exactly who that person is, and I've seen that person on several places. And the thing is, what they're really upset about is that they've been running their mouth on a couple different platforms saying all kinds of crazy things about me and my darling, and they were wrong. So you don't have to fall for my BS. There is none. What you do need to ask yourself is why you need to believe BS. See, that's the problem with people who don't stand for anything. They fall for everything. Now, I apologize that I shot your Santa Claus in the face because I'm not the monster that you like to paint me out to be. But make you no mistake about this, whatever monster you think I am, the dark side of me is 10 times worse than that. Tread lightly. And you can go fall wherever you like. But don't try to pawn it off on Teddy, because what you just did was classic gaslighting. You're a member of this woman's channel. Show a little respect. And stop throwing temper tantrums on your keyboard. Because that's all you're doing. And what's even sadder is you're probably over 50. You should have been past.
Please, I'm gonna do. I
No, I consider that a personal offense.
Yeah.
And she's doing it on an audience where people are going to carry that foolishness
she's a member. She's a member.
And she is a member that
she's a member, and I'm going to.
She is a member that has chased me, that has stalked me, that has hunted me, that has told lies.
I don't know that. Okay.
I know you don't, which is why I said what I said. To make it very clear what my position is.
Okay.
And I'm not trying to disrespect your platform, but I hate when I see members try to bully content creators to hold to their bias.
She's a big supporter.
I know she is, and she's a big hater of mine.
Huge supporter.
And she's a big hater of mine.
But I don't know that. I've never seen this interaction. This is my first time. Everyone, if we can just bring it down.
Please don't put Teddy in the middle.
We love Annette. We
support
and
Annette. And I pray that Annette keeps supporting you. But please, don't create an awkward engagement where there wasn't one. We've had a rather pleasant conversation.
We have. Okay. You're correct. You're correct. I thought the music was...
I thought it was going to take... Well, it worked for a couple minutes.
We are not going to attack Annette. I'm just saying.
And then the echo showed up. Like, we had that beautiful moment, and all of us were levitated into our green meadows with our beautiful flowers and birds and sky. And then the echo came, and then all hell broke loose.
Yeah. Okay, maybe it's.
Remember this though.
We got you, Annette. We love.
Mercury is in retrograde.
And a loyal sub. Very
Yes.
loyal. Very loyal.
And thank you to all loyal subs. Thank you.
And the age, yeah, that was uncalled for.
Probably, but what she did was uncalled for as well.
It was
And
uncalled.
I know that 2 wrongs don't make a right, but goddamn it, 3 rights do make a left.
Okay, let's get back on track.
Yes,
Justice,
let's get back on track.
justice for Annette.
Boy, Annette, Lord, not another victim. I got another victim.
Justice for Annette, please.
Oh, Lord.
Shout
Annette
out.
lives
Boy, we got a
matter.
lot of Annette lovers here.
Annette's
Yes.
lives matter.
Annette and Darlene and.
Oh, yes, Lord.
Okay.
Oh, Lord. I tell you what, Teddy, this has been a gas. I had a blast. I hope that it's been just as much fun for you as it's been for me.
Well, it certainly has been. It has been all of that. Enlightening. I've learned a lot.
Why is she
I
up here
appreciate.
threatening me?
What?
She just, you really, really, really don't want to damn try. Like, what are you talking about? Really?
Nobody has run my channel. Whoever
Why is
this.
she threatening me? Sounds strange. Okay.
Can we?
Go
Can we?
black women. Yay.
No. Can we just all of it? Breathe. We were in our zen after Claire de Lune. I love it.
I know, it was gorgeous. But the truth is everywhere I go, the circus shows up.
Okay, so
So-
we're gonna throw some tomatoes.
Yeah, throw some tomatoes.
I'm gonna
have
throw
us
one
everything.
at. Okay, I'm gonna throw one at you for
All
Annette.
right. Yes, please do. Let's make sure Annette gets her pound of flesh.
I'm gonna throw a few. Okay.
Yes,
There.
I am a guest, and Teddy invited me, and I think we've had a very pleasant dialogue.
It has at least been an exchange of ideas.
Well, absolutely. Like I said, you have.
I said
My
the
email.
song was Zen, okay? I said the song, Claire
What
de
do you
Lune.
mean Jag is never Zen? I've been nothing but Zen. I'ma speak up for myself. I ain't cuss nobody out. Like, I've been nice.
Okay. All right, so let's not disintegrate into name calling. I know it's late. It's been 8 hours. I have never.
Girl, that is a full day's work. Well, I'm glad you saved the last leg of the shift for me. I'm glad I came through. It was good to see my youngin, who I am enjoying getting to know, Kulu live streaming. To my mod, Ayasha Lachey Bay, thank you for being here for the support. And to everybody who loves and hates me, you know, you should remember this before you invest too much energy into it. My hashtag is very authentic. Jag don't give no fuck at all.
You did come on with that, didn't you?
Yes, and I'm gonna leave with it, honey. I could care less. These are strangers. I don't know these people. I dare any of these people to say half of what they say in these chats to my face and see how that would turn out. See, that's the difference. I know who I am in real life. This isn't real. This is a construct filled with a bunch of little random individuals who have all kinds of different duplicitous aims and goals. And why would I allow myself to be affected by that? It's not real. It's not happening to me. It's not happening in my face. It's happening on a screen. It's not here in my reality. My reality is very peaceful right now. I got a candle burning. I got some sage going. I have a lovely meal. I'm going to go jump in the pool in a couple of minutes. Like, that's my reality. Whatever's happening in that chat, that's not real.
Someone is asking for music. Please just stay for this one. It's called Love Bomb. Someone requested it.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
Oh,
On
just
that
stay.
note, Teddy, I'm going to let you finish your show in peace because your chat is going to annoy you until you get rid of me. Okay?
Well,
It's
before I let you go, I just can't let you go without saying at least thank you for your time. I do. When people talk to someone, they don't always agree, and I certainly don't agree with everything. But I don't know everything about you. I don't.
But you're not supposed to agree with everything that
Who is this
anyone does.
McSmiley? I don't know this they dropped.
I'm telling you, you're not supposed to like everything about anyone. Anyone who runs around lying saying that they like everything about another human being is a bald-faced lie. Nobody does. You're not supposed to. It's called having a critical mind. People that do love everything that another human being does are very misguided and lost. And I think we should all remember that. We do not have to get along and agree with everything, but we can disagree respectfully and intelligently and know that I respect you for what you choose to believe and vice versa. You know, that's the whole point of America.
Oh, we got Sparkle. Should I let Sparkle out?
That's fine.
Hang on. Wait a minute. Jennifer says, don't let nobody else up. Okay.
Uh-oh. It sounds like they're trying to run your show. I don't know.
No.
Who is it? What's wrong with Sparkle?
Nothing's wrong with Sparkle. I just need to just make sure that we end on I'll let
Pleasant
Sparkle.
note.
A pleasant note. Hear her, did you want to come up? I did want to make sure she knows that she is welcome. Sparkle don't want anything, somebody said. Just wants to say hi. Okay. Anybody else? Real comments, real questions for Jaguar Wright before we say goodbye to her as our guest. It was impromptu, and you know what? Yeah. Somebody says, I don't know who this AK, I'm proud of Jag. She did good, surprisingly.
I can have
thank you.
Dialogue with reasonably intelligent or better than reasonably intelligent people. I just don't do well with fools, idiots, and liars.
Okay.
I don't see you as any of those things.
And I will say it once more. Thank you, Kulo, for coming up. Whatever you shared, if you want to share something, you want to talk to me offline, email me. You know how to get in touch with me. Jaguar Wright.
Can I say one last thing to a comment in the chat?
Sure.
If Sparkle would like to face off with me at any time, which she has had more than the opportunity to do so, she can. But let me warn you of this, Sparkle. What little self-esteem you have, I will obliterate the rest of it. I will make you cry. I will make sure you do not go to sleep when I'm done with you. And the next time you go to utter my name, it will horrify you. And you will call for Jesus. So just know that. Okay.
So, even though I thought to let Sparkle up, I can see where things would go. So,
well, I don't have no problem with it. I told you, Teddy, I will address and meet people with whatever energy is given to me.
All right. Well, You know
It's
what?
been a blast. I love it.
You know what? We're going to end on at least a decent note. Okay. I mean, harmony, something, balance, so that
Yeah.
there would be one pleasant song. There's gotta be. I have so many in mind.
Can I say one?
Pick one.
Oh,
Pick one,
this is a good one.
please. I'm gonna let Jaguar pick another song, yeah.
Donny Hathaway,
I do
a
like.
song for you.
Okay.
And that will be my dedication to your platform. I couldn't think of a better way to end the evening.
Donny Hathaway, my song for you. A song
A
for you.
song for you.
A song for you.
And once you put that on, I'm going to drop down because I want to be able to enjoy it just like everybody.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you so much, Jaguar, Wright. Yeah, there she is. Thank you for your time, for being respectful in the chat, for the conversation. I don't know when we will talk, if we will talk, what will transpire next, what will come through any electronic wire. But
do you know what?
In the moment, I thank you. What?
I like what you said earlier. There's nothing like a good surprise.
A good surprise. Okay. Someone agrees. Great song choice. Danat is about to go live. All right. Okay. All right. Somebody is saying thank you, and I hope you have a good evening, Jaguar Wright. There you have it.
And you do the same, and it's been a pleasure. God bless you and your platform. May it continue to grow. And please know that I'm a fan in the bushes.
In the bushes. There we go. Love Donny Hathaway. Thanks. Thank you. I'm going to play it for you and for me and for the...
Play it for everybody.
I said and for the Bear Cape.
Yes.
All right. Dedicated by Jaguar Wright to this platform. Here we go. A song for you.